Yo. Y'all let me know y'all can hear me. Y'all can hear clear? What's going on? Rehoboth. Rehoboth. Divine Rising, all that. Rehoboth, hello, peace, shalom, Divine Rising. Yo, what poppin'? Fuck going on? You know what I'm saying? Assalamu alaikum, hotep, all that. All right. Let's get into the real reason why the D1s of the world duck not just phase one, but anybody with right knowledge, they'll duck you. Right? Not because of your approach. They love niggas with negative approach. If I make a song talking about I'm gonna kill D1, like the nigga on the other page, whoever the fuck the other nigga was, then he responds to myself, you know what I'm saying? This is serious, a serious matter. If I disrespect him how Joe Budden disrespected him, then he gonna want to meet me and give me a hug. If I'm Birdman and I'm representing everything that God doesn't stand for, then he gonna want to come and, you know what I'm saying, link up with me and all of this stuff. But when I say, hey yo, I really want to see if you really that. I want to see if you're really a Christian. I want to see if you really know who Jesus is. I want to see if the shit that you out here speaking to the people is real. I don't care if you're Christian or Muslim. The Muslim think they're exempt. You just don't have no huge figures yet that's out here pushing and saying they want to bring people to Islam. We see them doing that, we're going to come to them. And if it's out there and I don't know who it is, I'll find them. And we're going to ask them questions too. So Christians are not exempt. Y'all just think we was exempt because we were supposed to already be brainwashed from children to believe what y'all believe. That'll make it easier for y'all when y'all come out here and push things y'all want to push to the masses. But Christianity ain't exempt. So first of all, we're going to get into whether or not Jesus is real or fake. And I'm going to show you through the teaching right now. This is why they duck, right? They don't duck because of my approach. They don't duck because I don't have no following. It's so interesting because some people say, yo, how you know that you worth his time? Or you trying to get fame, you trying to get clout. It's like you don't even look into who you're speaking to. I'm already famous, already got clout, I'm already a household name, I'm already known all over Hollywood, all over the world. You don't know who you're talking to or about. I don't need no clout. As a matter of fact, I'll get less views doing that AI shit for D1 of them than I would have just posted something like this, just teaching about some shit pointing at the screen. That shit gets millions of views on my page, hundreds of thousands at least. So no, I'm not chasing no views because you niggas don't get people views. You know what I'm saying? They said that same thing about Rashad Jamal. Rashad Jamal is my least viewed music video of all these letters. Didn't nobody give a fuck. You see what I'm saying? It's just because you in this corner worshiping this idol called D1, you think that I'm coming to get the followers or the attention from him. I already got the followers and the attention. I'm knocking on the door so that the masses of you who follow these people can look in another direction and see that just maybe you've been misled. That don't mean you gotta follow me. That don't mean you gotta walk with me. That don't mean you gotta agree with me. But when the fuck did it become that just because a nigga trying to use the cheat code Jesus that we can't check him? So get what? I'm the nigga that's checking niggas and they all ducking. You can't use that cheat code. It's a cheat code. I'm trying to tell you what it is. The same thing the pastor do. The pastor was supposed to be walking through the neighborhoods unscathed because he was a man of God. And then he said people took money from the people, swindled the people, stole from people for decades, told our ancestors that Jesus was coming to, and all they got to do is just keep coming to church and keep giving it, keep giving it, keep giving it. And grandmama gave. I'm doing this for grandmama. Grandmama gave to the church. Every Sunday, religiously, she gave when it wasn't Sunday. Grandmama believed on Jesus. Grandmama didn't let you say nothing about the name, not my Jesus, not my Bible. Grandmama fought tooth and nail about this religion, and she died waiting on this nigga. And we don't even know who the fuck this nigga is. Everybody say, that's Caesar Dutta. That's what they told you. We still don't know who this nigga is. This nigga could be Lucifer. But they hung that page or that photo up in our houses, and everybody was told to pray and prostrate and kneel before this image of some man we didn't even know about. And if we didn't, we were going to burn alive. And D1 is still out here pushing that rhetoric. And I'm saying time is up for the rhetoric. And anybody who think all y'all Hebrew Israelites, the rest of y'all, cause nigga Hebrew Israelite, DM Israelite that, tell Captain Tazariak, tell him it's all time. All of them, whoever it is, it's time now. Tell them to come on. If they want to talk about their religion and it's so real, tell them to stand with one of the Nuwaubians who got the platform. The Nuwaubians were ducked and dodged back in the day. And y'all ducking and dodging the Nuwaubian that has gone through all of the ranks that showed that we can reach fame and reach the masses without having to sell our soul or compromise. I ain't be no brother polite and try to act like it was all me and I done went beyond Dr. York. No, we still on Nuwaubu. And I'm saying, if you really that, step to the plate. So first, let's deal with this. Who is that? Who is that? First of all, that's a painting. We don't know who the hell this nigga is, like I told y'all before. This is a painting with symbolism in it. You gonna tell me Jesus walking around with an air spray t-shirt on back in the day? What is that thing right there? He air sprays some shit on his shirt? What they painted him and he had that symbol really floating right there? First of all, it's a false image, and I'm explaining all of it. The whole thing is fake because you never heard of Jesus being described like this hippie right here. We don't know when. You show me where. Where they described him having long, stringy, straight hair with a double chin, you know what I'm saying, with some goatees hanging off of it and some blue eyes. They say his eyes were like fire. You show me where, well, fire might be blue, but they didn't have lighters. So I'm saying, where did they describe Jesus like this nigga right here? We don't know who this nigga is. Y'all lied. You made up the image. And so if D1 can sit in front of the bank and say, yeah, some people tried to switch the narrative of the story by changing the image. Okay, then we got to deal with one thing. Christianity has fallacies in it. And one of the main fallacies that Christianity has perpetuated over the ages is the image of Jesus, which would have in turn said that the image of God would have been likened unto Jesus. Okay, so if the image of God is likened unto Jesus, and Jesus was speaking about being related to God, and God also, Genesis chapter 1, verse 26, was said to have made man in his image, then you were trying to explain that Adam was somehow supposed to be some Caucasian. Okay, well, we got to deal with the science of it. If Adam was some so-called Caucasian, and all these archaeologists and historians and theologians or theologians are saying that Africa would have been where the Garden of Eden was, and then they line it up with the 50,000 plus to 100,000 to 300,000 Lucy figure of the melanin dominant woman at that time period, which would have been the break off of the XX chromosome, allowing for XY to even exist. They said it was females here first, which would have meant that the first human beings would have been not only what you call black or African, they would have also been women in Africa. How is Adam supposed to be some Caucasoid in Africa back 50,000 plus years ago, according to these historians? Or if you're saying 6,000 years ago, if you believe that the planet Earth just started 6,000 years ago, either way, you would be saying that the lifespan for human beings, all of that was predicated on the blueprint of some Caucasoid, down to their genomes and all of that. Then that would have meant that this melanin recessive being had the ability to yield melanin dominant genetics. And that goes against science as we know it, because two Caucasians can't come together and have a melanin dominant child. It doesn't exist that way. So all your images in the churches are fake. You walk in a church and you're supporting a fake business. They're putting out images of this guy and some other dude with a big beard looking like Santa Claus, interestingly enough, because it aligns with December 25th. They're putting out these images of some niggas touching fingers and it's supposed to be Adam and God and all that, but it's all fake. You made it all up. So how can I trust that your religion is real and what you're teaching is real if the images you put out about the religion and what you're teaching is fake? I just literally proved to you that it's fake, and you can go in and research everything I'm saying. You go to Revelation chapter 1 verse 14. You can go to Daniel chapter 7 verse 9. They do not describe this nigga right here. Who the fuck is that, D1? Who is that? And then we got to get to the name y'all using. Y'all said Jesus. Find me that. I'm talking about in the original story, before these other councils and all them put their hands on it, in the original stories, according to what your histories or historians are saying, where does this nigga's name show up as Jesus? It wasn't Jesus. As a matter of fact, it was a word. And the word was saying salvation, Yeshu. Yeshu. So you could have said Yeshu if you were in it with ayin, which is one of the Hebrew or Hebrew letters. You could have said that. But you're not going to say Jesus because you wouldn't have no J to work with. You have Yod to work with. There's no J. So then his name ain't Jesus. It's that simple. So when you translate it, that don't have nothing to do with who Yeshu is. Human beings translating over time and changing and tweaking because Latin want to work with English and all that. Don't have nothing to do with Jesus, have nothing to do with God. So if his name ain't Jesus, then you speaking about Yeshua or Yah or God or whoever will be aligned with him, then you calling the wrong name. So not only do you have fake images, You're going around saying a fake name. And you're just saying, oh, there's a translation. So then explain what the translation is supposed to be for. If we're calling on the name of Yeshua and you're saying it's Jesus, why do we need a translation of who we're calling on? As a matter of fact, while you're at it, I need you to take J-E-S-U-S and I need you to explain to me what each of those letters represent. Because if I go and find Yod, Shin, and then I find Yod, Ayin, I can go and study and find out what his name was actually saying. You tell me what J means. You tell me what E means. What does S mean? What does U mean? What does S mean? You don't have a meaning behind your English letters. And so you stripped the identity away from whoever this being is by translating it. You altered the word. And you weren't even supposed to do that. You altered the word, the name, not just the language of a translation. The name itself in its sigils holds meaning. So I can't find the hand as Yod if I'm looking at G or J as Jesus. I can't find that. So what about the hand? What about Sheen that comes in to destroy? Sheen, destroy, the destruction. What about Ayin, the eye? I'm missing a part of the story just by looking at the name. And then you add Christ on it. You add Christ. And then more confusion comes in because we're looking for Christ. Are you speaking for Sanskrit, Christa? Are you saying there's an attractive force there magnetically? No, we're not saying that. We're saying Christ anointed. Okay, Christ as in Christos, Christ. How do we get on Christ or cross is what you're really looking for. And that's why I say they made it all up. So watch this. You look at the image in the middle. You see that I'm pointing at? That image right there, you see this right here, this is a fire. This right here is a heart with that crown around it. That thorn crown or that crown is another word for it is corona. Corona is a halo or a glow. Like if I go and look up a corona, you'll be able to see it. But it's a glow that appears around the sun, corono. Okay? So corona, you have corona as a crown and you have that heart right there. The heart was known as the fire in the middle. All right, and I'll show you that. And then you have that fire coming out of it with that X sign right there, which is supposed to be a cross, which is also a misrepresentation from a mistranslation of what the word meant. So let me tell you why they call him Jesus Christ. First of all, Jesus would have been Yeshu, and Yeshu would have been the salvation. Salvation would have meant that you were able to save oneself, not just someone else coming to save you. This is how you save yourself. All right. Jesus can't make you do anything. Yeshua can't make you do anything. Elias can't make you do anything. No character from Krishna all the way to Siddhartha and Buddha can make you do anything. It was all about your what? Your will. And when your will was activated, the spirit is willing. The flesh is weak. All right. And you overcome the flesh. Then your salvation occurred because you sped up in frequency. I'll explain it. So you have this fire right here that's in the middle between this symbol right here, which is the X or the cross. And then you have that heart right here. Another word for that is rose. And I'll show you. So Jesus or the salvation came through the cross. All right. So this is what we would type in. There's an order that was made after that. All right. Rosicrucian. All right, here go right here. I don't know if y'all can see it. I might zoom in a little more. Okay? Rosicrucian. The Rosicrucian etymology, if you can't see it, it says originates from the Latin words rosa, which is rose, all right, and crux. Originates from the Latin words rosa and crux. Crux or crux is saying cross. Okay, so when they're saying Jesus died on the cross or rose on the cross, Mary is linked to the roses also. There's another thing you need to go and look into if we don't have time now. Rose, rose, rose. They say what? Jesus rose off the cross. Rose. Rose is a sacred word, or what we call in the Masonic teachings a double-edged word, double-edged sword. You see it? Double-edged sword. S word. You type out sword, you get S word. And that's saying that there's a word that has an S attached to it. And that S means sacred or secret. You're not supposed to know it unless you study deep enough into the degrees. And once you get those degrees, then you'll be able to understand what is actually being expressed in whatever the scripture would be. Okay, so rising up off the cross, Rosicrucian. You understand? The Rosicrucian symbol look like this right here. You should be able to see it from the images. You see that? What is it? A cross with a rose in the middle. You see? A cross with a rose in the middle. Okay, let me see if we can open this up bigger. All right, look at that right there. No coincidence. A cross with a rose in the middle. This rose right here is the heart, but it's also the fire. So there's a fire in the middle. This right here is elongated for a whole other reason. Maybe we'll be able to get into it. But the truth of the matter is this cross is literally like a plus sign without this elongation. Okay? And there's a reason for that. So like the swastika and the rest of these symbols where you see that there's this, what would be the word? This perpendicular occurrence in signs and symbols representing balance. Even the Native Americans used it. Okay? For north, west, south, and east, and speaking about the forces of nature. Okay? So you have the heart right here, or the fire right here in the middle of this cross. That's the pyramid. So you would have to look at the pyramid from the eagle eye view. Let's see. Pyramid from top view. All right. Look at the pyramid from the top view. Let's see if we can get a better image of it. I'll show y'all why they ducking this shit. Because nigga don't be making this shit up. Or let's see if it's just a cloud chasing nigga or if it's a nigga that really know what he's saying. And y'all know he know what he's saying. That's why you try to stay away from it and try to say, well, this is like desperation. Nah, you desperate. You see what I'm saying? And you just responding, nigga. You don't understand? It's losing you. It's like when you pushing deception, when you're dealing with a being like Omari, when you pushing deception, it don't matter if you respond or don't respond. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be unveiled. Simple. All right, look at this. You see this is from the top point or the bird's eye view. Keep bird in mind because the school of the bird teaches all of this anyway. All right, when you flying overhead, you got a different viewpoint than the average person. So you see this? This pyramid right here is a cross from the bird's eye view. Up and down, all right, north to south, west, east. It's a cross, okay? And at that crossroad right there in the center of the dot was called El Kubt. You have the Pira, okay, in the middle, which is the fire in the middle. You might see movies where the pyramid capstone lights up. That's what they're representing. So let me explain to you how you can see that etymologically. You type in the etymology of the word pyramid, pyramid etymology. Go back to what they were saying the word originally meant, and you'll find that it was saying, let's see if I can type it in next so you can get the direct translation or the direct etymology. Fire in the middle. Okay? The word pyramid, let's see right here. The word pyramid derived from the Greek words pyramids and pyramidos. The meaning of the word pyramids is obscure and may relate to the shape of a pyramid. The word pyramidos has been translated as what? Fire in the middle. Did Phase One make it up? No. They knew this before I was even born, before my parents were born. So pyramid is saying fire in the middle. Let's go back to this Jesus dude, whoever this guy is. All right? What is this image showing? Let's go in on it. A fire in the middle of what's referred to as the chest. Okay? Chest. Remember, when we was younger, they used to show us the Pedro, listen. And they were looking for the treasure chest. And they would use this saying, X marks the spot. Who remembers that? X marks the spot. Let's see if they can pull up the little map thing that we saw when we was little. You see that? X marks the spot. And after they would find what they were looking for, when they found that X, what was usually under the X? Who remembers? A what? A treasure, listen, chest. Okay? A treasury chest. Stay with me. This is, you're going to start realizing why they got "In God We Trust" on the back of their dollar bill. All right? Trust, treasury, fidelity. Learn, listen, watch, pay attention, observe. Too fast for them. They can't keep up. You see that there's an X that marks the spot to say that the chest was under that. Okay? So when you point to the chest like Jesus is doing in these images, and you see this X right here, which is a cross, which is another misrepresentation, we'll get into that, it's saying that that is where the gold is. That's where the quote-unquote monies are. You see, not the fake money called mammon, which is the riches of this world that Jesus, according to the story, was offered. All the kingdoms and all of this. I'll give you all of this. All you got to do is bow down to me, sell your soul. And what did Jesus in that story say? Or Yeshua in that story say? For what profited a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul? A lot of people stop right there, but it's important to finish what he said. He said, what profited a man to lose the world and or lose his soul and gain the world? And what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? When you want to get your soul back. Now we look at this word soul and we see something interesting here. S-O-L, let's look at it in Latin. S-O-L, Latin. You want to get your soul back, what do you see? Let me see if I can zoom in for you. You see that word right there highlighted? Sol is the Latin word for sun. Stay with me. That means anytime you're saying solar, all of that, that's still speaking of the sun, pertaining to the sun. And what do you see on what's supposed to be the Son of God? You see a fire or a flame, which is what most of the ancients associated to be the symbol of the sun. What sun? The sun that sits in the middle of what? The solar system. So the sun itself is a central being. So soul also ties you to something that sits centrally, like a fire in the middle. And what fire is in the middle of the solar system? It's called the sun. Now, a higher degree would show you that the sun is not actually fire. This would mean that you were observing it to be that at that time, and you were speaking of the heat that it gave off and its appearance as a glowing thing, like the fire or the light that they were able to see when they rubbed rocks together and caused a spark, all right? Or they saw these vehicles coming through. They called it chariots of what? Fire, all right? This is what they call esh in Hebrew. It was saying that something was glowing as a fire. The real word they would have been using also was or. Okay, so you have esh and you have or, but they were speaking about something that gave off light as a transmission. Okay, human beings speak about angelic beings and have depicted angelic beings as having a glow. Look at the top of Jesus' image right here. And what is around his head? A glow. And most of the time when you're dealing with that glow, what they'll call it is a what? A halo. All right, let's look at the word halo and let's go to the etymology of halo. Jesus has a halo in the images. All right, halo, it says what? Originates from the ancient Greek halos, meaning a threshing floor, disk of the sun or moon, that's important, or ring of light. Why is it important to point out about the sun and the moon? Because you have a glow that comes from, apparently, the moon, and a glow that comes from, truthfully, the sun. Remember, the moon, according to what science is representing, doesn't have its own light at all. It's reflecting a light. This light word meaning information. Those who ride up under the moon, like what you see 19 Keys having on the front of his forehead, all right, they don't have the true light. They don't have the real light. They have the light of Lucifer. Okay, so that goes from the word halal or halo to halal. All right, so let me spell it for you. That might be Hebrew. So let's look. Halal. Halal. All right. Halal is a word saying the shining one or morning star, which was associated with Lucifer, and Venus, which is also associated with Lucifer. Okay, watch, and he's going to explain that. Derived from the root halal, deriving from the root halal, meaning to shine or to boast. It refers to a celestial light. In context, Halal bin Shachar, shining one, son of the dawn, taunts a falling king, later becoming associated with who? Lucifer. All right, you say phase one. What does Halal have to do with halo, have to do with 19 keys of the moon? Okay, it's all in the language, hidden. Hillel, we go look at the word Hillel, still speaking about something shining. All right, Hillel, the name Hillel, derived from the Turkish language, carries the profound meaning of the crescent moon. All right, its roots can be traced back to the ancient civilizations of Anatolia, where the crescent moon held great symbolism and significance. Okay, Hillel, crescent moon, let's look at an image. Crescent moon, look familiar? Okay, all right, so let's look at that crescent moon. And let's look at 19 Keys' headband. 19 Keys headband. Oh, I don't even got the, what you call it? Oh, 19 Keys headband. All right, let's see this, show it close. All right, I don't want to have to zoom in too much. All right, you see 19 Keys? Let's look at the headband, and let me show you the illusion. And let me show you why he ducking. All right? Because this is an illusion symbol. It's not a symbol of true light. This is how you know. Y'all tell me what star you know of that's bigger than or smaller than the moon. I'll wait for y'all. What star do you know of is smaller than the moon? Ready, set, go. What star do you know of that's smaller than the moon? Ready, set, go. They have a star on this side of the moon facing you. When in all actuality, even in apparently or looking at the crescent moon, it's not actually a crescent. It appears as such. The moon is still here. All right, we are adults now, right? We ain't little kids. Okay, the moon is full, always. There's no such thing as a full moon. It's always full. All that talk about, sometimes, you know what I'm saying, people gonna act crazy because the moon is full. The moon is always full, even during a crescent moon. Whether it's waning or waxing, whatever phase of the moon is, it's always full. It doesn't actually disappear right here. So then there will be no way for you to see this star, because this will be space. There's no way to see this star unless it's on this side of the moon. That's an illusion. Stars don't do that. They can't do that. And you don't have a star on this side of the moon. You understand that? That doesn't occur. So that is an illusionary symbol. This symbol is a symbol of Hillel. Hillel who? Lucifer. Okay, so what is it? The mark of who? The beast. I'm going to show you the beast. Called Hillel or Hillel. Another way for you to say his name is Baphomet. Baphomet. Okay? And you see this still got that same 5-pointed star. We have the Baphomet and Sama and Lilith too. All right, that same 5-pointed star that you just saw on 19 Keys' headband, Baphomet. All right, this is his image. You see that? Boom. All right, so this 5-pointed star is on the head of the goat. And then you see the crescent moon. You starting to understand. And yes, there's a light there. It's the light of whom? The light of Lucifer. Okay? Lux Pharaoh. Lux means to carry. Lux is the light, and Pharaoh means to carry. So he's carrying a light. What light is he carrying? The light of the moon. They said, no, it's the light of the moon and the sun. They almost tricked you, huh? Ask them when you see dark sky around the sun. No, it's both the moon. You never see a black sun, and you never see dark sky around the sun. They lied. These are two sides of the moon. But when you put it together, you'll get a full circle. That's the trick. So you put this together, you put that together, like he's pointing toward, and you'll line them up in the center around the 5-pointed star, and you come out with what? A pentagram. A message of the 5-pointed star. Pentagram. Pentagram. Okay? You got different messages come from different beings at different times, according to these stories. This one is penta. So that 5-pointed star is a sign of imperfection. It's not a sign of the law of correspondence, which is speaking about as above, so below, as within, so without, and things being balanced. So anybody teaching you that, that's a lie. Okay? Duality and correspondence are two different things. They lie. This is also a fallen angel. How do you know that? Fallen angels' wings were often represented, almost always represented, as black wings. So this symbol symbolized a fallen angel who was able to access certain degrees, called Lucifer. And Lucifer was often represented as a goat. Even biblically, he's the goat. You see that? And when he wanted to, who? Yeshu, separate his children, those who were supposed to be of his flock, from those who were not of his flock, where did he put the goats? On his left hand. And he put those who were the sheep or the lambs on his right hand. He separated the sheep from the goats and said that the goats were the devils, the wrongdoers, the evildoers, the lovers of money, the hatred bearers, those who didn't do things out of the goodness of their heart. They didn't help people when they saw people in need. They abandoned the people. Okay, and then you have some who are going to be going around saying, I did this in your name, in Jesus' name, this Jesus. He said, I never knew you. You were workers of iniquity. The word iniquity meaning lawless, meaning you went against the law that I came to fulfill, not destroy, according to their book. All right, so this God here, or this demon God, is also found in Greek mythology. All right, and that being is none other than Pan. All right, let's look him up. Pan. P-A-N, God. All right, Pan. Who is Pan? Pan is the ancient Greek god of the wild, shepherds, flock, natures, and rustic music. Watch. Often depicted, let me see, I'll zoom out just a little bit for y'all. Often depicted as a satyr, okay, figure with goat legs, horns, and ears associated with Arcadia. He embodies raw nature, fertility, and primal urges, known for his panpipes, syrinx, and for inspiring sudden panic in travelers. Now watch. You got the word pan. Stay with me. And then the word panic that comes from the word pan. Go look it up. Where they said people started to do this thing, all right, and become in shrieking utter terror when Pan would wake up from his naps and let off a shriek, okay? And because of that, it comes this word panic, all right? Watch this. I just showed you Pan. Now let's look at the image so you don't be confused. You saw Baphomet. Now here's Pan. And you tell me it's not the same being. It's not the same being? It's the exact same motherfucker sneaking in. And he become the one that all the musicians want to put in their music videos and say that they the goats. Because why? He's the God of music. It's right there in his description. So don't be confused. All right? So Pan shows up in the conscious community as a man called Brother Panic. Let's see if we got some images. I don't know if he was notable enough, but you might see some of the images. Okay, this might be one. Let's see. There's a video. You go look up images of Brother Panic and you'll be able to see it. I don't know if they got them on here. But if you find certain images of Brother Panic, here go one of them. He has a pentagram on his chest. All right, so if this shows up clear, then I'll show y'all. If not, I can't do nothing about it. But he has a pentagram on his chest in his images. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? All right, there you go right there. So look at it here. You see that? Who is he representing? This is supposed to be someone who was woke, conscious, all of that. But he chose to go after a symbol. For one, he didn't even create the symbol to say what it was. And chose an animalistic symbol that aligned with someone being predominantly animalistic. Because the Pan God and Baphomet are mostly animal. So you cannot ascend into God ranks when you're mostly animal. Okay? Not even human being ranks. Human beings are actually said to be regressing, by the way, back more toward their primitive or primal urges and instincts of animalistic nature. So they're not moving forward in their evolution. Most human beings are going backwards. Okay? So my point is, that is a goat. That ain't God, that's a goat. Now, is the goat a God? Yes, it's a God to many. All right? So, back to the Jesus person. Let's go back around. I just showed you this image right here is pointing to a pyramid. And the pyramid is right here. All right? Now, how is this image right here a misrepresentation of the truth? Let's look at it. Because the word that they were using is the word stauros. Stauros, not cross as in that symbol that you just saw right there. Okay? Stauros is an upright stake or pole or pile. Pay attention to this word pole and stake specifically. All right? Because this was supposed to be a suspension device that tortured people. Before Jesus showed up, they had the word already. So stauros, okay? Or they had the suspension device already, I should say it like that. They had that already there. Not no cross that you see in these images. It was a stauros or upright stake or pole. Why did they bridge it to the cross? Or because of a word or a letter, Tau. The mystic Tau. All right? Tau. Phonetically aligned. You see it right there, right? Tau. Phonetically aligned with Teo. All right? It becomes a symbol or a sign that people wanted to use to represent the Trinity. Now, there's confusion because you have Trinitarianism, you have the Trinity, you have God, Son, or the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, whatever Holy Ghost is supposed to be. They say there are three persons, even though the Holy Ghost is not supposed to be a person. All right? And then they have to lowercase this, Tau. And I say, well, show me the lowercase. Where's the lowercase in the language originally? They want to lowercase it because it's aligning with what English is. All right. So you have to have a lowercase t, and that becomes the cross. That was not the symbol, or that wasn't the weapon that they used to crucify. You see that? They made it up. Okay. So we go all throughout the whole story. You're gonna start seeing this, and then I'll say, find me this right here in the story, the description. Find it. So now you got to find me Jesus looking like this, with these eyes, this pigmentation, this hair. Find it for me in the story. You can't. So here's what they're going to try to argue you because they don't like melanin dominant people. Anybody that want to use this argument, just understand. All right? They don't like you if you melanin dominant. They'll say, well, he wasn't black, but he was what? They'll say he was Ethiopian. All right? Here's how you get their ass when they ask that bullshit. Or they say that. Here's how you get them. Say, all right, I'm not asking about where he was from. I'm not asking about what his identity classification would be in the Western Hemisphere. Black. Who the fuck is that? I'm asking, what was his genetic structure? You're going to shut him down every time. What was his genetic structure, Wes Huff? What was his genetic structure, Olstein? What was the genetic structure of the man, according to history, that you say surely proves that he existed? What was his genetic structure? Because they're trying to separate melanin-dominant people in the Western Hemisphere from melanin-dominant people out there in the East. And you're all the same people genetically. Because you have Negroid, Caucasoid, Mongoloid. Everybody knows Mongoloid does not beget Negroid, nor does Caucasoid. And so, whoever these original people would have been, they would have been Negroid. Meaning what? Melanin dominant. The melanin dominant gene, or the melanocortin, so the MC1R receptor, has to recede and mutate in order for the R151C to be produced, which yields the pheomelanin possessing or the melanin recessive possessing gene beings. Or simply put, black people spew forth white people every time. From albinism on down, you cannot have it where that gene goes on to activate further or upgrade. It can only downgrade. Or it stabilizes. And after those generations take place from, let's say, a melanin dominant and a melanin dominant couple come together, they have a child. But let's say that child possesses albino traits. Okay, cool. It can still produce and could, and they do, reproduce and cause for melanin dominant genes to appear, because you'll find that the genotype is still present for the melanin dominant gene in the albinos. Their pigment may be lacking, but they still have woolly hair. They still have thicker noses. They still have thicker lips. The genotype is still present that allows for even certain phenotypical reserves of that gene. Simply put, just because they don't have the darker skin doesn't mean they don't have the melanin dominant gene present. It is just receding, and it recedes in the phenotypical manner, meaning you don't see the darker skin, you'll see the pheomelanin occurrence, all right, or the pale skin occurrence. All right, let's say that albino goes and gets with a Caucasian. That albino goes and gets with a Caucasian, then the gene is going to recede. You're going to have a melanin recessive child. They will still have certain melanin dominant genes. That's why society calls them biracial. They should stop saying biracial, and they should start implying and implementing bigenetic. Okay, there are two genetics or two genomes interacting. Okay, why is that important? Because race and science are two different things, and race is confusing people, but science will get it clear. All right. So then let's say this child is quote unquote biracial or dual genetic, and they have both the parent of the melanin dominant becoming albino and the melanin recessive. Let's say this child, this biracial child, goes and mixes with a Caucasian. What happens? They're going to stabilize as a melanin recessive. They're going to be a Caucasian, their child. All right. And then that child goes to get with a Caucasian. It stabilizes. Melanin recessive, it stabilizes. Now, melanin recessive goes and get with a melanin dominant, they're going to upgrade their gene into domination. You don't have to look at it as superior, inferiority. I'm not teaching that. I'm saying the words they use, not saying that it's good or bad, dominate, recede. That's just nature. All right. But alleles were taught to us in school. Traits were taught to us in school. Heredity and genetics was taught to us in school, whether we paid attention to it or not. It's not racism, has nothing to do with your class or caste system. Has everything to do with what occurs in nature that you can observe. We know people who may be interracial couples who had a baby, and you know that baby looks different than both of them, but has both characteristics of both of them. Which is why when they try to tell you Michael Jackson babies was his babies, you know damn well. Nigga, you know damn well Michael Jackson still was black. You don't just paint over your genes, nigga. This ain't thou art class. That's not what they meant. When they say they make man in their image and after their likeness, nigga, that means you're going to have my genes, my characteristics. You're in my image, symmetry, the arm, leg, arm, head, built as my body, humanoid. I'm humanoid, so I'm going to make you humanoid. I got a voice. I got feet. I'm walking in the cool in the midst of the garden. I reach forth my hand. I say, hey, this, I can talk, so I have a voice box. Just like you will have a voice box. I got feet like you will have feet. I got hand like you got hand. I got a bosom. I got all this stuff. I'm going to make you like me. Okay? You're not going to do that out of a spirit, by the way. So anybody telling you God is a spirit just floated around, that don't make sense either. Because how do you make an image and after the likeness of a spirit or some ghost that we can't understand about? Then how do we have an image? How do we have a likeness? How do we have anything that even would say that we can exist in the physicality realm if God doesn't somehow exist in the physicality realm? They made it all up. So image and after the likeness is speaking about genealogy. You say, the Bible don't have nothing to do with genealogy. Well, then you didn't read the Bible. For anybody who would say that. It is not science. Well, you got the word gene right there in Genesis. So I think it has something to do with science. I'm not saying everything, but I think gene was important enough to be added in y'all translation to better sheath. So I would say if that's present, then we might want to look at genes. And if they say in the book of Genesis chapter 6 verse 9 and 6 verse 8 that they were considering Noah, Utnapishtim, and other stories, they were considering Noah or Noah to have perfected genes, tamim, perfected or perfect genes, standing upright, another way to translate that, tamim, walking upright, or perfect in his generations. Then I think gene is important. If we go through the genealogy of Jesus, genealogy of Joseph, genealogy of Mary, we go through these genealogies and I think genes are important. And we cannot have a begotten son without genes. So let's look into that. This man that they're showing you, who ain't Jesus for real, we don't know who that is, or who isn't Yeshua. Let's say they made up this character Jesus. Fine, they can do that. They can steal stories and make up whatever they want to make up. But this is not Yeshua. That's somebody that somebody painted because they can. And people took that image because I guess that's what people do. All right, so let's look at it. Let's go to the etymology. Hold on. Of the word begotten. Begotten etymology. Begotten. Begotten means to what? To get, acquire, or attain. All right. It evolved to mean procreate or father by the 13th century, formed by combining prefix be, indicating action, with get. All right. This was also saying gene. Let me see if I can get you the Greek word. The Greek translation. Greek translation. All right. Begotten. In the New Testament, the Greek word monogenes. You see it? Monogenes. And what does it mean? Unique or one of a kind or only rather than born, while traditionally translated as only begotten, means one of a kind, monos, genos, kind, only kind, genos. All right, there go the word genos. Okay, let's look at the genos word. Genos. Translation. Because we got monogenos or monos genos. All right, one gene. All right, genos translation. Genos saying species, genus, sort, category, birth, kin, race, lineage, generation, posterity. Do you understand? Gene is very important. So when God is speaking about, or whoever wrote it, he gave his only begotten son. This is the only son he has something to do with actually creating through genes. So then you got to ask them, wait a minute. Hold on. God has genes? Well, he works in mysterious ways. Yeah, our bodies do. Now, back to the question. God has genes, nigga. Because if this dude, whoever this is a man, then the question is, where the Y chromosome come from? Boom. Where the Y chromosome come from? It would have had to have come from a man. The double X chromosome already present because of the mother, Mary. Okay? Bless her. And now we have this man popping up, which would have meant that there would have had to have been some type of insemination. So you're telling me not only is God a man, because he would have to be in order to have genes, in order to yield the XY chromosome and this be his begotten son, you're also telling me that whoever this God was, he nut. He nut. And if he don't nut, he got nut. And if he got nut and had a way to artificially inseminate, which y'all call the Immaculate Conception, marry, okay, well then that happens in other stories. That happened with Bethanosh and Lamech. You see, where they said they gave Bethanosh an artificially inseminated seed to beget Noah. That came from the guardians. Who's Noah's dad? It ain't really Lamech if you read the book of Lamech or the Lamech scroll. You see that? So there's a lot of stories where people are finding out more and more. So wait a minute, there's more than one Immaculate Conception in the Bible. There was Rebecca said she couldn't have no children and she went and go see it and God was like, yo, you good. Sarah thought she was going to be too old. The angels who were men and saying, yo, you're going to have a baby next year. You see that? So we're talking about genes, not spirit. So then here is what is important. If God has genes, oh, they want to cut me off now, right? Watch what I'm telling you. This is where D1 will be getting up and walking out and all his constituents. If God has genes and God has a foot, he can walk, he can talk, God is a man. And if God has genes, foot, walk, talk, God is a man, he can speak and all that other stuff like how men can. And he can make mistakes how he made in the Bible, say he repented, he did that, whoever the Lord was. Okay, then God must need that army for something. Right? For one, because he has an army of angels that have to protect him. And God must also be able to sleep with women or put his seed in women in order to yield children. Almost there. Don't get mad at me yet. All right, so check this out. Y'all ever seen them videos where they show an orange, that's a person, a personified orange in a hospital room having a baby, and the orange father is waiting on the baby to be born, and the baby come out and it's a cherry? Y'all seen them? Okay, what that mean? That means something not right, right? Because that ain't how it go. Okay, so if Jesus is supposed to be God's begotten son, stay with me, and Mary would have had to been a melanin dominant woman back then. Don't leave yet. There is no way possible that this child would have come out a Caucasian. It's not possible. Because Mary herself is black, according to history. So Mary black, God black, who that? Now, let's play, because they're going to want to play. How about let's just say Mary was white. Okay, well, if Mary was white and God is black, then he still ain't going to look like that, because that ain't how that do. It don't do that. You know that it don't do that. So somebody lying, somebody playing a game, and somebody painting shit that we supposed to look at and be scared to talk about. You cast spells on my people. And I just want to talk about all of the spell work that y'all did to get my people afraid to break from under your spell. That's a lot of spell work. So if you look at this image and think I'm talking about the Son of God, they got you. You're under a spell. Wake up. Wake up. Come up out of it. That's not Jesus, nigga. That's not a photo. Ain't no Polaroids back then. That's a painting. That's not real. One more time. Somebody still think I'm going to hell because I'm telling the truth. Take a deep breath. Think about what I'm saying. Nigga, that's not Jesus. Who is that? It's fake. That's fake. So we can go ahead and take these images and throw them away. We do not need that. That has polluted our whole psyche. Because anytime we look at a nigga walking through corporate America look like that, we got this halo effect, and we might have halo effect for devils. They gave him a halo. They painted him and painted his halo. So there's something called a halo effect. And you want to know who they be showing when they say give off the halo effect? They be showing niggas look like this nigga. Who? And then Watch this. They're going to turn around in science and say the first people on the planet had to be black. Then they're going to turn around in science and say Jesus would have had to been black. That means not just Jesus, because they'll give you a movie. Trust me, they did it. Color of the Cross. And they made Jesus black, and they still put some niggas in there that weren't black. Yo, everybody would have been black. Jesus' mama, Joseph, his stepdad. I know Joseph hated hearing that shit. Nigga, you only the stepdad of God. Nigga. You ain't the father of the son. You the stepdad of the son. I know that fucked him up. He ain't believe that shit either. I know he ain't believe that shit. When she talking about some guy got her pregnant. It took him till Jesus turned the water wine. He like, all right, maybe. You see what I'm saying? Hey, everybody was black. What the hell? Elijah was black. Nigga, John the Baptist was black. And that means Cain and Abel was black. All right. So, these folk came later. That's what it means. These folk came later, according to the story. So how the hell did nigga look like that, boy? Talking about they went to send him to hide in Egypt. Which Egypt? You can't be talking about original Egypt. Not my Egypt. Not my Egypt. Not my pyramids. I know you ain't talking about Egypt. You talking about Egypt. Nigga, you know Egypt. The same reason why them noses going off the damn statues. You know them noses is gone for a reason. Hey, man. Egypt was like, who the hell is this nigga? You ain't gonna hide him. You gonna hide this nigga in Egypt. That would have been the easiest nigga to find. Am I lying? Everybody in Egypt look like this. I'm talking about back then. Everybody in Egypt, nigga. You couldn't get around that. They just now started looking like skin. I'm talking about only less than 2,000 years ago. Do these niggas start looking a little bit like Drake? Just a little bit. You gonna tell me everybody was out there looking like this man? Gonna hide him. And you gonna tell me God's stupid? God ain't stupid. He ain't gonna send a nigga to... What the hell? He would have sent this nigga to the Caucasus Mountains. Because everywhere on the planet at that time period looked like niggas. He couldn't hide no motherfucking where. You gonna fool Harold. He just gonna skip over this nigga for some reason. Said, nah, not him. Not the mystery nigga. Not the only nigga that you ain't got on your damn roll call. You ain't got to everybody and just get to this nigga saying, nah, everybody but him. Ain't no way in the hell. I'm Harold. I'm Herod or Harad. And you gonna hide this nigga and everybody look like me. Get your ass out of here. That's the easiest nigga to find. I'm telling you, they just be making shit up. No, they probably sent him to Egypt. But he wasn't him. Who is that? The hell? He don't even look. The more I talk, that's why they scared. The more I talk, do he look like Jesus still? He's starting to look less and less like Jesus. Don't worry, I'm going to put the real image up there. But don't worry. Hey, the more I talk, he started looking a little less like Jesus, huh? I got questions. And I can run through any of these niggas. Y'all steady talking about God versus Elijah. Where he at? Y'all steady talking about, what's the nigga name? D1, Tazariak. Where they at? They know where to find me. Everybody know where to find me because they know where to run from. So don't act like my location is not disclosed, nigga. Everybody know where the fuck to not go. Hey, man. This nigga look just like Billy, don't he? This he ain't gonna tell me. Nah, I ain't even get to the other part. So we gonna send this nigga to hide. Look at this nigga. We're gonna send this nigga to hide. We're gonna send this nigga right here to hide amongst all the niggas in 130, 40-degree weather, nigga. Think about what I'm saying. Think about what I'm saying, nigga. It was just 80 degrees the other day. I just seen, bro, outside. It wasn't him, but I seen him. Pink than a motherfucker. It wasn't number 80 degrees. You gonna send this nigga amongst niggas in 140 degrees. You know, Egypt was scorching hot back then. It's still hot. Still hot. They still ain't turned the degrees down. And you gonna send this nigga out there to be like, hey, go hide. He gonna stick out like a sore thumb. They gonna smell that shit. So what the hell? What did you do? I tell you to put up the dogs. I did put up the dogs. Hey, man, y'all better stop playing. Told you I'm in the dough. Y'all better stop playing, man. Yeah. CIA where? Nigga, we here. Fuck you talking about. CIA can't find no nigga genius enough to infiltrate every community and sneak under the radar. And got everybody still. Niggas coming to me, I'm just so disappointed about the AI. What's the point anymore? I just can't understand it. Shut your bitch ass up, nigga. We at war. We at war, nigga. These niggas don't respond to shit but negativity. D1, he been bitched out his whole life. He don't respond to shit but negativity. You got to buck at this nigga to get a response. I talk nice already. Now he see a video of me beating his ass. Now he wants to say, I love you, brother. Shut your ass up. Ah! I love you, brother. You're better than that. I just feel like it's desperation at this point. I don't like that for you. Ah! Nigga, I thought you was a warrior for Christ, nigga. I love you, brother. Ah! Nigga, you was an orange heart. Oh, hell nah, nigga. I don't know enough, but I know a little bit, and I know Orange Heart is different. You gotta go and pick that motherfucker. It ain't none of the original ones. You know how hard you gotta look for the Orange Heart, nigga? That nigga thought about me deeply. That nigga swiped all the way to the right through that motherfucker. You know it ain't easy to find. Anytime you need an Orange Heart, that bitch ain't nowhere to be found. Go text D1, he got you. Hey, you got one of the orange? You know I got it. That nigga gonna come with that shit fast and fuck for your ass. He the only one with orange hearts on speed dial, nigga. Don't nobody the fuck else use them bitches. He wanted to find a color closer to his complexion without nobody noticing. Nigga, we know that's you. He thought yellow was gonna be too obvious. Nigga, we know. We know that. I love you, brother. It just feels like you're very desperate at this point, and I don't like that. God bless. Nigga, use a prayer hand emoji said, God bless. God bless. Beat your ass. You talking about some God bless. Hell no, nigga. But these niggas didn't respond for none of the other shit, huh? When I say, hey, man, let's just have a conversation about your about. He don't hear me. You gotta beat up on these punks. That only shit they respond to, then they got Stockholm Syndrome. You gotta beat up on them for them to love you. I slap shit out of niggas. I love you. Ah! Oh, your ass is traumatized. Y'all niggas gotta get out this slave whip ass shit. Hey, man, they duking y'all. They duking y'all, butt breaking the shit out y'all niggas. You don't have no more soul, no more nothing. You can't stand up for nothing. You know what I'm saying? You gotta slap the shit out of these niggas to respond. Y'all telling me to stop. These niggas don't say shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, ain't you one of the ones who's supposed to be standing out here like you supposed to be saving souls? All right, well, I got questions. Nigga ain't saying shit. I slapped him, now he love me. Man, hell nah, man. I ain't grow up in dysfunction. You love somebody, you can tell somebody you love them. You don't gotta let them beat you first. God damn, domestic. I'm just saying, why they be fucking with me? And I'm like, yo, all I'm doing is supposed to be doing the right knowledge work. I ain't trying to get on nobody, you know what I'm saying, in nobody way or step on no toes. Telling you something, man. So they telling me to stop. I'm not stopping. Nah, nigga, I know how to reach these folks, and we gonna bully our way through this shit. How about that? Because these niggas want to keep it out there. They say, yo, man, this ain't the way to get the conversation. Nigga, the conversation is happening. You so slow. The conversation already happening, nigga. We been having a conversation. You just see him ducking. So it look like I'm trying to get a conversation. Nigga, the conversation, you ain't see the comment? I love you. I just feel like, you know, it's desperation at this point. Desperation for what, D1? Desperation for what? I'm desperate to beat your ass? What are you talking about? I'm talking about not physically, because everybody be, oh, y'all so butthurt. I'm not talking about physically hurting nobody. The AI, the most physical I take it. And that ain't even physical, these niggas crying. You know what I mean? Y'all know, nigga, this is magic. This is work. We fighting. Principalities of darkness, nigga. You know, you can't run, though. They trying to run. Then I beat their ass. They say, you can't duck this shit, nigga. All right, how about this? If I can't get to you on that level, I'm going to get to you on another level. Simple. But you ain't going no motherfucking where. And all these niggas think they ducking, they not ducking. I tell you, ain't nowhere to go. Nuwapu is on your ass. Look at his face. Don't he look worried? It's on your ass, nigga. Nah, say something. Say some shit. Say something. I'm saying what you just looking like. What the fuck you looking at? The hell? Don't he like he want to say some shit? Nigga, say some shit. You know you a fraud. You know you been defrauding these folk, man. Who the fuck is you? Who the fuck is you, nigga? Take a new picture. Take a new picture, nigga. 2,000 years you ain't updated your profile. That's some sus shit, nigga. We won't trust you. Who the fuck is you? Who the fuck is you? Got my grandmama them scared to go there. They died scared, nigga. Cause of you, nigga. Who the fuck is you? I'll beat your ass. I'm not playing with you. I will beat the shit out of you. Who the fuck is you? Who is you? The hell? This a fake nigga, bro. This ain't no real nigga. This a fucking painting. You have to understand what I'm telling you, bro. This is a fucking painting. And this done ran our bloodlines for centuries. And I'm supposed to be, what the hell, bro? Who is you? What the fuck? I'm saying though, nigga, you don't never say shit. You always say to these other folk with these suits and shit and these baskets and shit, nigga. The fuck? We heard from the Easter money before we heard from you. That's crazy. Cause that nigga fake. Who the fuck is that? And what the hell do he got to do with you, nigga? I'm saying everything associated with you make my damn balls itch. Who the fuck is you, twin? I'm not playing with you. When I catch you, Ricky, who is you? December 25th. What do this nigga got to do with Coca-Cola and Santa Claus, bro? I'm like, bro, we got to grow the fuck up. They booped us. We have been hoodwinked and bamboozled and ran amok. They booped the shit out of us. And as soon as we got done getting boop, 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 get who ready to take us in? Y'all know who? Assalamu alaikum. Man, we tired of that shit too, nigga. We need the truth. We need the truth now, nigga. We got our ass whooped. Now you want our ass in the air. I'm tired of this stupid shit, nigga. Somebody got to stand up for this shit. What the hell? Everybody scared as shit. You know what I mean? We done went from being scared of hell, now we scared of Jahannam, nigga. That shit sound like it's hissing at us. That shit scarier, nigga. Hell, Jahannam. Like, damn, nigga, that feel like I might be going there. The fuck, nigga? Hey, back up when you say that. The hell? Nigga say the fire. Nigga said enough. What the hell? Hey, man, I just want to live life, shawty. I'm not trying to do none of that burning up shit. What I got to do? Put your ass in the air. Hell nah, nigga. I don't got to submit to God like that. What the hell God got going on? No, we want to see the mark on your forehead. Hey, nigga, put one there. You put a whole planet in the motherfucking universe. I can't tell you I fuck with you and you just give me a mark. Man, this shit getting too damn deep, nigga. Hey, man, hell nah, shawty. You know what I'm saying? Then they played the safe game. The Muslims they don't give you no images. The Muslims don't give you no images. They said, we're not doing images, and then next thing you know, they got a damn moon with a star in it. You squinting at that motherfucker. How the star get on this side of the moon, nigga? How the hell that happened? This whole shit confusing in the motherfucker. You coming to the mosque? Why do I need to come to the mosque? Help me understand. You say he got the whole world in his hand. He see me. I could do that shit right here. No, come to the mosque, nigga. You gotta give shahada. You gotta take shahada. You gotta go over to Hajj, nigga. You gotta take the pilgrimage, go to the holy Mecca, kiss the black stone, run around those stones at the devil. Where the devil at? That rock right there. The rock. If I'm throwing stones at a rock, how the fuck this finna hurt the devil, nigga? If that rock is the devil, did you ever think that this nigga was made out of rocks? Did you think that? Give me a gun or some shit. Make me feel confident about this shit. Nigga. I'm out here throwing rocks at a rock. Ah! Hell nah, nigga. Hey, look, the conversation between Iblis and Allah was hilarious, nigga. Them niggas made a bet and then nobody noticed. The angel must have been busy. Why? Well, the angel must have had they feeling hurt. Cause soon the angel tried to get in on the conversation. Allah stiff on the shit out them niggas. And Malika said, and Malika was like, hey, what you up to, Allah? Allah was like, shit, doing what I do. They said, oh, it smell like creation in this motherfucker. Hey, you ain't finna make some more niggas that finna fuck shit up, are you? Allah was like, nigga, I know what you don't know. That ain't even no answer, but he Allah, so he can do that. And Malika said, fuck that. They backed up. They stayed out of it. Iblis was the only one like, what the hell the nigga said? Nah, chill, Iblis. Nah, hold on. What he said? Nah, it sounded to me like he said, oh, he knows someone. Hey, Lord. Hey. Allah was like, yo, man, I need you to prostrate. He would talk to the angels, I need y'all to prostrate. All the angels said, okay, prostrate. Iblis was like, nigga, I ain't doing that shit. I need answers. He said, what you need to know then, Iblis? You gotta know Iblis was known for starting shit, like known for standing up. Cause Allah didn't just strike his head down. They had a whole conversation. Iblis had rank. You gotta know. No little Uriel couldn't have said shit, boy. Iblis had said, hey, man, hold on, shawty. You talking about all that ass in the S shit. Hold on. Look, what I'm doing that for? What you mean what you doing that for? Nigga, look at me. I'm made of nard, nigga. Hey, nigga, I'm made of fire. This nigga made of soil, nigga. This Adama. Fuck I'm finna do with this attitude, I to do shit, nigga. Hey, look, check this out. I ain't bowing down to this nigga. You got me fucked up. Oh, I got you fucked up, huh? Yeah, Lord, you got me fucked up. All right, how about this? You can get your ass down from it. No, go read it. That nigga Allah said get down from it. You can get your ass down from it then. Since you want to be other lowly, nigga. All right, I'll be that. Go ahead, but hold on. Iblis got a little smart. Because he know Allah got the key to many worlds and shit. He like, hold on. Before you put me in that fire shit, though, let me prove to you what I'm saying, though. You don't fuck what I'm saying right now, but let me show you what I'm saying. These folk, hey, man, you done made these folk look. They not how we is, nigga. We go way back. I bet you these niggas is not real. Allah said, oh, you bet. Iblis said, I bet you these niggas gonna switch up. Allah said, all right, we'll see. How about this? Any nigga that fuck with you, they can rock with you. But I'm gonna send their ass to hell, too. And any nigga fuck with me, they rhyme with me. Get what these niggas say in the Quran. And folk had them niggas said, bet. They betted on y'all in the book. And what's so crazy is nobody don't have no sympathy for them angels who was like, hey, Allah, what you doing? Because the book could have been over with if Allah would have just heard them niggas out. No, Allah want to do shit that only he know. So he made niggas who cause more bloodshed, more destruction in the earth. Allah, what you know? I'm just trying to see, like, bro, they asked you if you were doing this shit. You talking about some, only I know what I know. Niggas seem like they knew too, because now look, human beings down here fucking shit up. They fucking shit up down here. Allah, you created a race of beings who done did all the most devilish shit in the earth plane. So, hey, man, say, man. All this shit crazy hell. Then they want to give us Buddha. Hey, look. Buddha tell you all the right shit, don't it? Buddha say, hey, look, you got to exercise. Buddha say you got to fast. You sitting there looking like Buddha like, what the hell? Nah, nigga. Hold on, Buddha. I ain't trying to overshadow your omnipotence or none of that shit. You an extraordinary nigga and all of that. But you seem happy as hell eating all our food while you tell another fast. Hey, Nate, talking about Buddha done made it to be enlightened. Where that nigga light at? That nigga heavy as hell talking about he light. I'm enlightened. No, yeah. This nigga infatuated while everybody, I'm telling you, bro, they done made all this shit up, folks. And got people out here scared for real. And then I say, look, let me just ask y'all some questions. They say they don't like negativity. Hey, man, hold on. Something not right. Because now we at a standstill. Folks starting to wake up. Y'all know that because folks starting to turn spiritual. And then, get what? I went over in the spiritual community. I realized they don't know what the fuck they doing either. They got mad at me. They said I was CIA. Okay, so the spiritual community gonna call you the government. Get ready. If you ever learn the truth and you want to push it and teach it and challenge the illusion, the spiritual community gonna automatically call you the CIA because Rashad Jamal said so. The Christians gonna call you the devil, and the Muslims gonna rank you up. So at least you're gonna be ranked up. You ain't gonna just be a devil. The Muslims gonna rank you up to you being El Dajjal Masih, okay, or the Dajjal Masih. Meaning you're the literal false Christ. Nigga, you're the Antichrist. And all you doing is asking questions. I'm like, man, what the hell? This shit seemed like a fucking glitch. So when somebody can tell me who the hell this nigga is, then we'll move on. And don't say Caesar, because who the fuck is this nigga? Yeah, they'll call you an agent. They'll call you the devil, demon, demonic, negative. You ain't a stand-up guy, da-da-da-da, all this. They'll call you desperate. How about answer the questions? Somebody like, what's the conversation gonna fix? I remember they said, what's the conversation gonna fix? I said, you won't know, because the nigga ducking the conversation. Hey, let me know, because I'll hit up Bank, say, Bank, what you think about moderating this conversation? Or we hit up Ray Daniels, or whoever. Say, hey, moderate this conversation real quick, and let the people hear it. The people want to hear. All right, let's do it like this. If you want to see a conversation between D1 and Phase 1, comment any emoji right now. If you want to see a conversation, I'm not talking about no beefing, no fighting, no negativity, no none of that. A talk, a dialogue, how these niggas be having with everybody else. If you want to see a conversation happen between D1 and Phase 1, comment any emoji. Watch them come in. The people want to see it. People want to see it. They don't want to see niggas fight for no reason. But they want to see the conversation happen. So what are you running from? Don't tell me it's about negativity, nigga. You will sit down and talk to a nigga who said he gonna kill you. You know what I'm saying? Don't tell me about negativity, nigga. You let Charleston White damn near spit up your nostrils about his opinion. And that nigga Charleston White be negative than a motherfucker. Charleston White said, fuck your baby. I don't care about the community. Yeah, the community. Because I want to go and help these little boys in the hood. 1, 2, 3, 4, keep on, and then you want to sit down and talk with him. But this nigga the most negative motherfucker on the internet and don't give a fuck and telling you he don't give a fuck, and you let this nigga spit in your brain. I mean, this nigga Charleston White sprayed every thought he thought of into this nigga eyeball. D1 stood there and said, all right, I hear you, brother. I hear you, brother. Yeah! You like abuse, nigga. I don't know about that. I might do need to leave your ass alone, nigga. You like nigga to beat up on your ass. Your ass like abuse. You into some other shit, nigga. I just wanted to talk. Hold on. I ain't know it was gonna happen like that. I beat the nigga ass. He told me, I love you, brother. I'm like, hell nah. Hey, nigga, say, nigga. That nigga said, I love you, brother. I love you, my brother. This isn't the best representation of who you are called to be. You looking desperate at this point. I know you're better than that. God bless you. That don't look, hey man, y'all know them texts be happening in the hood, in the community. After that couple get into it. You know the girl be texting this shit. So I know this isn't who you are, and you know what I mean? I know you didn't really want to do that. And my mama don't like me being with you, but she just don't get how we end good. We like this. You and I, we for lifers. Nigga, you just text me, boy. Why the fuck is you texting me, folk? The hell is you texting me about? That's what I'm saying. Y'all niggas is not men. Stop acting like you finna go to war on behalf of this shit. Nigga, you just text me with emojis. You just text me. The hell? I love you, my brother. This isn't the best representation of who you are called to be. You're looking desperate at this point. I know you're better than that. God bless. Hell nah, nigga. Hey, man, this shit be funny as hell. Hey, don't nobody got no obsession with D1. Let me tell you something. Everybody, listen, it don't matter who I'm speaking about or who I'm talking about. Anytime it's y'all favorite, y'all think that's the only nigga I done spoke about. Here's what's so crazy. You might stand to notice. They all duck. It ain't just him. Rashad Jamal, 19 Keys, Billy Carson, Umar Johnson, 607 Unc, Charleston White, 21 Savage, Lil Baby. Everybody cops a plea. It ain't just your favorite nigga. Nigga be thinking it's just they niggas. Bro, no, nigga, everybody. Everybody, bro. No, nigga, it ain't been on for weeks. I done talked about Rashad Jamal for damn near 2-3 years, nigga. Shut your bitch ass up. Ain't nobody focused on one nigga. BBH podcast. Yeah. What the hell? Ain't nobody just focus on one nigga. I'm focused on everybody. Anybody. I'm just saying stand on truth. If I find out you ain't gonna be on no bullshit, I'll leave you alone. You don't see me coming on for arcades. You don't see me coming for B-Dale. When I realize a nigga ain't finna be on bullshit, I'll leave him alone. Alright, this is a stand-up nigga, I'll leave you alone. Yeah, nigga, the hell? 607 got shut down on live. Hell yeah! All that energy he thought he had. I'ma leave 607 alone though, cause he caught the plea. He bowed out. He ain't just caught the plea. He bowed out. That's what it called. He bowed out. He keep trying to get me to come to Vegas and shit. Nigga want to party and shit, do podcasts. Nigga, I'm not doing that. I just want to show everybody the shit you doing wasn't it. But damn, D1, where you was at when 607 was doing the shit he was doing on the internet? You was at. You was supposed to been talking about 607 brother. I would have talked to you, brother, about being lukewarm. You ain't do none of that. You ain't do none of that. When did D1 say, 607 we need to talk, bro? What the hell you doing? This ain't godly. This ain't godly, brother. No, nigga, you clout chase all these niggas' name and you thought that you were going to be protected in the name of God. That's why you did that shit. You hid behind God, nigga. You really was just trying to get these folk attention and you hid behind God. That's some coward shit. I ain't hide behind God. Nigga, I hid behind me. That's crazy. And they responded to him, didn't it? Remember Rick Ross, brother, I want to talk to you, brother. That's not how we supposed to be getting down. The next day, Rick Ross was like, hey, yo, I don't know. That nigga D1 was saying, don't just do a little turkey drive. Rick Ross responded to one thing. That nigga D1 said he was doing the devil's work. He wasn't standing on the principles of the Lord. He wasn't doing what he knew he was supposed to be doing. He just doing turkey drive. Rick Ross said, hold on. Hold on, CC. See when you come for the turkey? I do those turkey drives from my heart. Hey, nigga, Rick Ross didn't respond to shit else but that turkey shit. He wasn't playing about that turkey shit, nigga. You don't bring food into it when it's Ricky Rose. That nigga held up his bottle. You need Bel Air, by the way. Hey, nigga, they sure played it, didn't it? Jim Jones went on Sway in the morning. Hey, man, this shit crazy as hell. I mean, Joe Budden was like, man, you fucking with niggas who will shoot your Christian ass. D1 was like, give me a hug. I like you. Look, y'all, look, Joe Budden listening to my music. I didn't even think he would listen. Hell nah, nigga. Hey, bro, ain't nobody keeping y'all hostage. When y'all be saying unfollow, why do y'all want people to know that you are not significant? Go. Go. Nobody don't know you exist. Damn, nigga looking for a friend? Go, man. Listen, nigga, all 700,000 can unfollow me tomorrow. I do not give a fuck. I've been on this since before I had a following. You better go research me. You nigga don't even be researched. I'm also just speaking ignorant. I done said enough smart shit. That's probably why your brain cells is fried. Don't think I'm even saying nothing no motherfucking more. I said super intelligent shit most of this live, nigga. What is you saying? You don't know how to be multidimensional. That's why you don't get no attention. You can't keep the attention of the people, nigga. You can't always lyrical, miracle, spiritual motherfuckers. You gotta be able to live, nigga. You gotta be able to laugh too. You gotta be able to love also, but not like this nigga right here. You don't love with no orange heart to no other nigga. That's some weird shit. That nigga could have picked any other color, nigga. Orange is sus. I don't give a fuck. Hey, nigga. You ducking us. I'll pay you to debate Christianity versus Nubian. I'm about to pull you up right now. Go live. It say go live with BBL Podcast. Okay, I'm gonna pull you up right now, BBL Podcast. Come on. Come on. Come on. I'll wait on you. Come on. Come on. They gonna tell me if you decline too. Come on. How long you been? How long you been? How long you been? At 40 seconds right there. Come on. Waiting on you. Come on. They don't even see you no more. That what happened. Come on. I'll pull you up right now. We only gotta. Oh, it says BBL Podcast is unable to join. Shut your bitch ass up. I gave you opportunity. You some awesome. I'm ducking. It say right here, BBL Podcast unable to join. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? All that wolfing. I wasn't even gonna yell or none of that. We're gonna have an intellectual conversation. I wasn't gonna do nothing like that. What you at? Where you at? You ducking us. All right. What you just did? Neo. Fuck you just did. Die ball. Hey, you talking about? That nigga went head in the sand, then he ostrich ass nigga. You an ostrich. Hey, where he went, I don't even see his ass typing no more. He froze. He ain't even think that shit was gonna pop up on this shit. You know how that shit pop up on your shit? Fade one sent you a live request. Nigga, you ain't think that shit gonna happen, did it? Where you at? Where y'all at? Said I was ducking, nigga. I'm right here, geese. Fuck you saying? What the hell? I don't know how to explain this shit, nigga. I can't make this shit up. You know what I'm saying? I don't even supposed to be going back and forth with y'all little people no way. Since y'all niggas who y'all put it as leaders, but I'll play with you. Where you at? BBL? Yeah. Yeah, he ain't coming in no more, did it? He must have went to work. He must have went to work. Damn. Where he went? Damn. Hey, nigga, you said that shit at 6:40. It's been 4 minutes of silence. I should have been invited you so you shut your bitch ass up. Y'all niggas respond back with boy. Damn, so if I would have said, man, fuck this nigga, then he would have joined. I gotta beat D1 ass to get a response. I gotta say, fuck this nigga to get a response. You can't just come on and say you invited. Nah, the nigga don't want to come. You know what I'm saying? Hey, hell nah, nigga. You said it was, exactly. Nigga said us. Where y'all at? I invited all y'all at once. 1, 2, 3. It was a Trinity invitation, nigga. You should be familiar. I invited you, the Father, the Son, Holy. I invited everybody, nigga. You ain't pull up. Say you were unable to join. You limited. You say it say unable. You already unable. That's your first impression. My first impression of you is you can't do shit. It said it. It was there. It was written. Unable to join. You can't join. You sound limited to the motherfucker stepping into a nigga who done did this shit since he was 5, little boy. You don't want to play around. I'm 27 years old. I've been on this shit 22 years of studies, nigga. I had to. What you were doing at 5? I had to study. Mama made sure I was in the books, nigga. Yeah, we got slapped upside the back of your head, said, nigga, read. You know what to do. Boy, nigga, I had to study. I had to get involved with this shit. Boy, you just now got on the internet. BBL Podcast. Nigga, you talking about Christianity versus Nubian. And you want to name yourself some shit about a podcast, nigga, why you ain't named some shit Christian-based? You don't even live that shit, nigga. You don't live that shit. I live this shit, nigga. You see phase 1. That shit say forever and inspiration seeking eternity. Omari never ends. That's what that shit stand for. The fuck is you talking about, nigga? I don't know what wrong with y'all, nigga, but boy, where you been? Everybody ducking. Where he at? Do y'all see him? You know what I'm saying? We got to do that door explorer shit. Do you see the bitch? Do you see the bitch? Where the bitch went? Stop playing, man. Nigga want to turn into some hoes. Now all of a sudden, nigga don't pop shit no more. Everybody was popping shit before I showed up. D1 was talking the most shit when nobody wasn't able to see me get on his ass. He was talking the most shit. These brothers are not for God. Y'all running with the devils, da-da-da-da-da. Lukewarm and get out the fence. And we coming to God. We coming to God. We coming to God. Shut the strip club down. Shut the strip club down. Take that God, yes. Now I'm on the scene, nigga. Somebody I love you. Hell nah, nigga. Do you see the bitch? The fuck is y'all niggas at? Damn, won't see BBL saying shit up. He still froze. Your ass wasn't ready. So don't ever say nothing to me, nigga. I'm always ready. You can wake me up at 9 a.m. You know what I'm saying? After a night of no food, I had 13 minutes of sleep, nigga. I don't give a fuck. Let's ride. Where? Who? Right now this time? Let's do it right now. You saw that, right? Remember when Smart Guy the rapper came over here and was trying to say some shit? Remember that? And then what I said to his ass? I said, okay, nigga, let's do it right now. Fuck you talking about? I see, I don't have my books. That nigga said he needed till 9 p.m. It was 3 p.m. That nigga said he needed 6 hours. The other nigga, Hebrew Israelite, came on here and said he needed 6 months. It's a lot of needed shit. What about what I need? I need you niggas to shut the fuck up and don't nobody care about that. What about what I need? I need you niggas to stop playing. But don't nobody care what I need. What about me? It's all about y'all selfish ass motherfuckers. You know what I mean? I need 6 months. Ain't no way in the hell I would have let myself tell a nigga that. I would have said, hey, give me some time, if anything. I'm not going to say 6 months. It's worse than you could have said. If you would have said 9 months, it would have sounded better. If you would have said 3 months, you know the increments, but you went 6. That's right there in the middle. It's like, it's obvious that you just don't know what the fuck you're doing. Hell nah, nigga. That nigga came on live and said, I feel like you're just putting our people in the loop. I'm like, nigga, you so stupid, you don't know that's a good thing. Where the fuck would you want to be other than kept in the loop? Nigga, what the hell? You don't even know the saying. When you say that, you telling people what the fuck going on. Hey, keep me in the loop. What the hell? I feel like you're keeping our people in the loop. I said, what the hell with the nigga, man? I need 6 months. After me asking him a few questions, that nigga went from, he finna show everybody that I'm not who I say I am. While he was sitting there writing Hebrew letters for the first time. As a Hebrew Israelite. Then the nigga told me, well, I'm not a trooper. Then why you troop your ass over here then, nigga? Fuck wrong with y'all, nigga, man. Y'all better stop playing. Hey, Jesus moved like this. I don't know what story y'all read. Jesus ran up on nigga ass, caught their ass lacking in hell. Punched them till their damn shirt flew off. Caught them when they woke up. Grabbed their legs. Flew through the ceiling. Jesus help! Jesus help! Hey, nigga, I ain't gonna call on God. Nigga, I ain't gonna call on Jesus. They're my folks. Prove it's not. Prove it's not. The Jesus you talking about, they're my people, they're my family. Prove that it ain't. Show me. Show me that I don't know what I'm talking about, that you know what you talking about, so then you can prove me to be a fraud. How many fake niggas would want to give you the opportunity to prove that they're fake? I'm giving all these niggas the opportunity to just prove that I'm not 21 Savage. Prove that I'm not who I say I am. Prove you don't know me. Prove it. All right, then when you done saying whatever the fuck you finna say out your mouth, let me pull out these screenshots. Let me pull out these receipts. Let me pull out your mama them on the land. Let me pull out you on the land. Let me pull out me on the land. Let me pull out these photos. Let me ask you about this. Let me pull up your father talking about it. Your actual biological father talking about it. I got that link right there. Here you go. You see his dad say, this is why they came down to the States. They go here right there. Okay, cool. All right, what? Only reason why 21 Savage didn't respond. And then what was told to me behind the scenes. So I'm Savage didn't respond because it's true, but he don't want to have nothing to do with the controversy. All right, that's my point. But that don't mean it's not a part of the story, nigga. Everybody got controversy in their life. Everybody got shit going on, but it's still a part of your story. So why you ducking this part of your story? Fuck is you saying? How you just gonna exclude that part, nigga? You ain't just come down to America. Your mama came down to America to join Dr. York's movement. Come on now. Or the States is what it was called. Your mama came down to the States to join the movement and Sadr law. I got that as documentation. So I'm just saying, it's a lot of y'all out here. Dr. Malachi York is still locked up fighting to get free. What we finna do about that? If we stand up, men, to my political prisoners and want things to change, can't none of us do it seemingly. So why are we gonna leave the one who can in there? Simple. And in the meantime, when we hear light bright ass niggas out here pushing this bullshit, we're gonna ask some questions. Simple. The fuck? You just making it look like I'm standing on something more firm the more y'all duck. You know what I'm saying? You looking desperate at this point. All right, why you ain't message me then, nigga? Why you wanting to comment that? Because you want to get some people on your side. You want to look like you saying something. Because people start commenting saying, D1, what's up? Hey, man, show him that Christianity is real. Show him. I love you, my brother. You don't want to do that, huh? Because he don't think this shit real. You have to understand. People know what they don't know. D1 don't think Christianity is real. D1 don't think Jesus is real. He know what he don't know. So he don't know whether or not there's a heaven or a hell. But he's protected by his belief and the fact that societally, most people accept this belief to be true. That's what protects him. That's what makes him feel like he don't have to have the conversation. But get what? That's everybody running behind these fallacies. And then we step up. So guess what's happening? Right here, right now, is not phase 1 versus D1. It's not even phase 1 versus Christianity. How many Christians in here know I don't have nothing against Christian people? There's no reason to. It's not phase 1 versus Christianity. It's not phase 1 versus D1. It's the truth versus the lie. And all we're saying is after all these centuries of people debating and having conversations about Christianity, let's have another one. That's all. Let's talk about it. And they're running. That should tell you, not that they seeing something they don't like. That should tell you that they pay attention. They be on these lives. How many people were on here in the beginning? All the little stuff we just went through in the beginning. Things I can go and show you, pull you up. Documentation, etymology. Look at this image. This image. This is linked to this. Linked to this. Linked to this. They made that up. They made that up. That's not real. Starting with the image of Jesus is fake. Then you gotta get to the name. That's not his name. Even if it translates, I mean you lost meaning. So you got to deal with that. All of that. It's like, yo, why would y'all let the meaning of the name of the Son of God be lost? Because it's not as a definition or translation how you do in English. It's in each letter of the word. Yeshua. You see? Yeah, so they gonna keep running. Any questions? Oh, who next? Because it'll probably gonna be somebody else next, but then they want to say some shit. I made this shit at AM. I was like, all right, since you want to play, I'm about to come down there. Because once I put him in hell, he was supposed to be quiet, nigga. That's enough. Nigga, you still don't talk shit from hell? You don't know I got the keys to that bitch? Nigga, I'm who they call Malek. Nigga, I can go down there. These niggas can't go down there. I can go down there. I can go down there and come right back. Hell, nigga, he thought he can't talk shit from down there. I said, okay, hold on. I'm finna come down there. Came down there, didn't I? See, they're gonna be coming down there. Then you gonna try to run. Nah, nigga, you was saying some shit. Yeah, you running for? Mm-hmm. Then you find out it was a dream. And I'm in his bedroom, nigga. Hey, man, I'm one of them angels. Can't duck us for long. Cause we come and find you. Even if Jesus was real or not, what he accessed was enough to show us a potential. Huh? Even if Jesus was real. Okay, you sound like the character? Yeah, sure. You can learn a lot from the character in the story. But you don't give your life to a character in a story without knowing who the fuck that is. That's insanity. See what I'm saying? People got to break up out of that. Or if people choose to keep believing, I don't mind. I don't stop people from believing. I got Christian people around me, Muslim people around me, religious, spiritual, atheists, all kind of people around me. And they know them conversations might pop up out of nowhere. And they know how to handle it. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to respect what you believe. It's just that after I say, all right, I respect what you believe, then the nigga say, like, well, dude, Spins on here yesterday, or whatever day it was, we were talking, and I said, okay, I respect that you believe that. He was like, am I wrong to believe that? I'm like, yo, that's not what that means. Somebody can respect what you believe without, like, hating you for it or feel like you're wrong. I don't feel like people are wrong to believe in Jesus. I feel like that's their belief. I just got questions. And I don't know who the hell that nigga is on the screen. That's not Jesus. Who is that? That's some made up shit. Nigga painted that. Like I said, that ain't even no photo. Nigga, you painted that shit. You can't even say you photoshopped it. Niggas took out a paintbrush and made an image that our ancestors them worship, y'all. That's some bullshit. That's some straight up bullshit. So we need to be calling for them to take down that image, don't it? All y'all Christian people, you need to be going back to ground zero. Make them take down them images. Say that's not right. Go back to Exodus if you have to and say, yo, you can't make great images of God. If y'all believe that Jesus is God, it shouldn't be no images of God. Simple. You know what I mean? Even if you don't believe that Jesus is God and you think it's the Son, you got images of God in the cathedrals. Why is that still up? You need to take that down. Not only is it an image, it's a fake image. God ain't look like that because his children ain't look like that. And the angels ain't look like that. Nobody described them that way. So y'all just made this shit up. We need to go back to square one. That's all I'm saying. This is about your soul, ain't it? So men lie, women lie. Numbers don't lie. Remember that? Okay. So men and women can tell a lie, y'all. Who gave you the religion? Man did. Who gave you the book? Man did. Who gave you the court system where somebody's playing God? Man did. Who put the book in there and said, thou shalt not judge in the courtroom and told you to swear on the book that say you shouldn't judge in front of a nigga judging? Man did that stupid shit. Hey, who said nigga got the power to take 25 years out your life because you did something they don't like in their system? Who can send you to jail, which is hell? Man did that. Oh, okay. Who had wars over religion of who was right and who ain't right? Man. Who had a holy land and they said it's a holy land and said that they got the right to fight about it and kill people over it? Man. All right. Who killed God in the story? Man. And like, bro, what the hell? I don't stand this shit, shawty. I don't stand this shit. They don't make no sense to me. All right. Look, I'm just saying. All right, let's test it right now. Because I'm wrong. The sun out right now. I see trees. So in 9 seconds, if I'm wrong and Jesus real, and I just don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, it's going to be some thunder. And it's going to be some thunder loud enough. Ain't nobody, including myself, going to be able to deny that shit. Ready, set, go. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh, shit. 1.5, 1.2, Genesis 1, verse 1. And began back at 0. I ain't tripping. They made this shit up, man. They made this up. Cause look, I got a lot of people who follow me, look up to me, all of that. Man, God would have used that opportunity to say, this nigga should not be listened to. Because according to the story, he did that all the time. He did that shit all the time, folks. All the time. And then use that opportunity, did it? God said that cross his arms. Because he know y'all made this shit up. Y'all finessed. The church is finessed. But we need to sue these folks. Do you know how much, boy, you know how much we can sue these folks for? There got to be something. I don't know what to call it, but I'll figure it out. Boy, you can sue this shit. I know you can. Our ancestors all over died believing in this image, this painting. All over the world. They reached out into Africa, nigga, the motherland, and brutalized this image into them people's head. Now the most Christian people you'll ever meet be them Africans. Boy, don't try to tell them Africans, hey, I can talk to y'all. I can't talk to no whole room of Africans about Jesus. Boy, they will kill me. What you say about Jesus? Brother, what you say about Jesus? They are going to die. No, bring me the gun. What you say about Jesus? Take about what you say. He said, hey, nigga, hey, they believe in Jesus the most, nigga. The hell is you saying? They tricked us, y'all. We got to wake up. Now, is the story real, Omari? Yes. The story's real. Because it's happening now. And it always happens. And it keeps happening over and over. They try to make it sound like it's one time. There were so many messiahs and heroes. Hero journey stories are ancient, nigga. That's real. But a nigga came down here dressed like a hippie, turning water to wine and walking on water and shit, and then died and was like, never mind. That boy, they made that up, shawty. They made it up. They don't, you know how you know they made it up? When it happened again. When it happened again. When? You know they made it up. You know what I'm saying? Who the hell did he man and who? What? He died. I'm also, never mind. I don't do that no more. They made it up. My goal is to bring people's attention to that which maybe they didn't have their attention on before. I showed you that this image is fake. I know y'all tired of probably seeing me. Well, y'all probably tired of seeing me beat up this dude. Let me see if I can pick something else. Oh, I had another one. I ain't posted though. That's why I told him his reign of deception was over. He was shocked on it. No, he shot. He looked shocked to hell. Hey, I fired hell. Everybody asked me, what you using to make this? I ain't telling y'all. Y'all gonna report me. They gonna find out what it is, go straight to it and say, it's this man named Phase One that's using y'all platform. I ain't going, I ain't telling nobody shit. Figure it out. Shit, it don't matter. Cause I be using 13 different things to get the results I need to get. So nigga ain't finna just be able to copy this shit. I ain't telling nobody shit. What the hell is you doing? I tell you, the next thing they're gonna try to do is hire AI niggas. Next thing you're gonna see is D1 make a post. Anybody that do AI, go ahead and DM me. Especially if you love God. They gonna try to hire niggas to fight back. It don't matter. As soon as y'all get off that, I'm gonna be on the real shit. What are you talking about? I'm gonna start popping up at nigga concerts. I told you I'm gonna start doing talk buys, nigga. I'm gonna start doing speak buys on nigga. Hey, man, next D1 cause I'm going to pop up on the nigga and start talking. And he gonna start walking like them back in the day paparazzi run-ups. Tell you, nigga, I ain't gonna never harm nobody unless they try to harm me. I ain't gonna never harm nobody unless I have to neutralize a threat. You got my word on that. I'm gonna pop on the next show, get to speaking. You know what I mean? All you gonna hear is D1. He gonna look just like that. Hey, you said. Mm-hmm. See, I know how to keep people's attention. These niggas don't know how to do that. So they running out of shit. They mad. And they just start doing more desperate shit after the next desperate shit. That's what they doing. That ain't what phase one doing. Phase one is consistent. I don't talk about no nigga that never talk about no nigga. Nigga, we doing this shit for life, nigga. This is what we doing. If you a nigga in the spotlight, you gonna get talked about. How big we get with this shit. Still gonna be that. All right, before we get up out of here, who next? Who next? You know what I'm saying? Who we got next? We got D1. We got Umar Johnson. We got 19 Keys. We got Rashad Jamal. Well, we whooping ass, ain't it? Bring me up. What I'm bringing you up for? What I'm bringing you up for? What you want to talk about? Superiority complex. Yeah, what part? Hey, man, hey, bro, undefeated, ain't it? And look, hey, I'm just the little boy. I ain't even the big guy. The big guy is Dr. York. That's crazy, ain't it? The big guy is Dr. York. I'm just the little guy whooping ass. They don't know what to do. They're like, somebody get in there and stop this thing. Can't do shit. Ain't no undefeated. Who is this? At New Society, who is you? Every time I turn around, you talking about me? Who is A New Society? Who is that? Sister Aya crashed you. Man, nigga, yeah, you right. You right. Have you reached 0 point consciousness? Because to me, that's what Jesus accessed. I don't know if you want to reach 0 point consciousness. Nigga, that's dying. Shit, nigga, that's no more. It's no more. It's no more lift. Teriyaki Israelite dude, Captain Zarya, I might do beat his ass tomorrow. Hell yeah. I might beat his ass in a field of lambs. Just use lambs to just beat his ass with them. Yeah. I don't know why I did the cow. Shit, nigga. Shalom this, nigga. Yeah. Shut the fuck up about the law, statute, and commandments. Yell at me like you yell at them, nigga. I don't hear you yelling, bitch. Hey, you talking about? Shit, nigga. Might walk up, punch his ass, and have a group of my niggas yell, that's right. That's right. Hey, you can imagine getting knocked out, the niggas, yeah, that's right. Hell no, nigga. Worse than brrr. Shit. Can we just get along and sample one? What you talking about? Sample one. No, it's dying, but also you can go to that state willingly and access the cosmos. You know what? I feel like if you could really do that, you wouldn't get on Instagram. That's me though. I feel like you could really do that shit, you wouldn't be on Instagram, bro. Your ass would be doing some shit for real. You be the fuck out of here. I feel like, you know what? I'm gonna bring you up. I'm gonna show you what I feel like. This say I'm going live with you. Go ahead and get my plate made.
Why you
Yo,
gotta be negative, bro?
what?
Why you gotta be negative, bro?
Hey man, relax. What you want to come on and speak on?
No, I was just saying because you was talking about the whole Jesus thing, and I was saying, so, uh, do you believe like he reached 0 point consciousness? Because that was the whole like point of him coming down and all that type of stuff.
I don't know if he even existed to reach nothing. You know, if you don't exist, you can't reach shit.
Well, like you have said, and I have seen too, there has been other beings, like enlightened beings and stuff like that. And they have said, regardless if he was real or not, it was what he was doing and what gurus that we have that are doing now,
You
like
can't do
Sadhguru.
nothing if you ain't real. So they can't say regardless if he was real or not is what he was doing. That's a contradiction.
Right.
That's
Okay.
an
But I'm
oxymoron.
okay. I'll say for myself, because I have experience with, they're talking about 0 point consciousness. And I'm saying that obviously from experience, this is nothing that, I've listened to somebody else, but there's gurus right now who's talking about that state that quote unquote Jesus was into, which is reaching the fourth part of the mind called the chitta. So, and it's like, how do you feel about that? Because I don't know where you stand with certain things, but like I see you be standing on some of the spiritual stuff, but I'm like real spirituality. I'm not saying you don't know spirituality. I'm saying just real spirituality come from experience. 9 times out of 10, you got to experience something.
Spell that. What you was talking about, Chitta?
Chitta, Chitta, it's the fourth dimension of the mind in like the spiritual
The
community.
fourth dimension of the mind.
Not the fourth dimension. There's four parts. Like it's broken from 16 parts, but they categorized it into four parts. One of them is called the Buddha, which means the intellect. There's a version of it called the memory, and then there's the chitta. So the chitta is like a state of consciousness that's everything or whatever. But you can go and access this. Say another word for it is samadhi. They call it samadhi. I'm pretty sure you know this a lot of this stuff though, because
Of course.
you
So
talked
what
to
you
me about
saying,
this stuff.
Kita, that's supposed to
Oh,
be
that's what it meant. My bad.
it's fine. I'm saying you're saying that's supposed to be the fourth dimensional consciousness. Where you get that from?
Well, now I read that I listened to a guru, but I'm saying I've already when I've accessed that state, I didn't like know what that was or whatever. And then I went listened to a couple gurus and they were saying that's what that was. And when you kind of reverse engineer it, that's what Jesus was talking about and on the whole about the kingdom of heaven is within you and stuff. When you sit down and do the meditation and then you slow your heart rate down, you go into a certain state. And well, first you go into like your dream state and all that type of stuff. But there's a state all the way at the back called what they call 0 point consciousness, quote unquote, and that's Christ consciousness. It's basically is what it is, but some call it 0 point consciousness.
Okay, you did it?
Yeah, I've done it. I mean, sitting down,
All right.
meditating and stuff like that.
Okay, cool.
But
What happened when
go
you
ahead.
meet what happened when you reach Christ consciousness?
Well, you just go into ultimate bliss. It's not like a state of you see something or do this. Your whole body, like every cell in your body, just start bursting in blissfulness, and like your body kind of lock up, like it freeze. It gets super, super, super hard, and then from the middle of your head, you get like an ice cold feeling, and it like vibrates through your whole body. But also your heartbeat gets slower, and it like the pump starts getting stronger, like a I don't know what you would call like an oscillator or something like that, but when it pump, you can feel the pump through your whole body type vibe. It's not nothing that is not
Okay,
known though.
then what happened when you came out of it?
I mean, you just come back down, but you realize that like you and the creator are really one, but you experience it as an experience, not as something that you
Nah. The
kind
reason why I
of
asked you that is because
okay.
you said you and the creator are one. Who is that? Who's the creator?
Well, there's technically no. I'm talking in terms because I know a lot of people don't understand. I probably don't have to talk
Speak
to you
as if
like
everybody does overstand.
okay, cool. So there is to me no God, no one being, no nothing that is technically something dominion over us. No. To me, it is all energy. But they told us uh
What happened when you came back from Christ consciousness?
it was more of a realization. That's it.
So,
It's not like
so here's what. All
nothing.
right, let me jump in right here. The reason why I'm asking question back and forth
Okay.
is because you're saying you felt something, which means you were conscious. You said you felt
Okay.
bliss.
Right. It was bliss. All right. A
All
state, a
right,
different
describe
state.
that bliss for me real quick.
Is literally that's why I'm saying the closest word I can get to you is bliss, but it's not that. It's like an undescribable feeling. It's something you can't explain. But
If
what
there
I'm
is a
saying,
feeling, then you can't explain it because feelings are categorized. And the only way you're able to have feeling is because you have a nervous system and you have chemical responses in the brain to stimulus. So what
I'm
did you
listening to you.
feel? You said it was bliss all through the body, which
Right.
means there are nerve endings that were excited because of it. You felt that. That's not some interdimensional occurrence. You could have passed out.
So, okay, so I've talked to you before, and you told me that cross-referencing is a thing. So when I go listen to, other gurus that have quote unquote had this experience and they say kind of the same thing, what am I supposed to do, quote unquote? Because I'm trying to see how
Does
what
it
I've
involve breath work?
everything involves breath work. That's the
Do you
that's the whole
take
point
deep
of
breaths and hold it?
spirituality.
Do you take deep
Not
breaths and hold it?
not necessarily deep breaths to hold it. I would say more of keeping my
Do you
attention.
take deep breaths and hold them?
Not really. I wouldn't say that.
All right, what did you do?
I would sit there and say I just focus on my breath, and then slowly my breath just slows down, and then my heart rate slows down like a
That's because you breathe slower, correct?
right, but not
It doesn't
necessarily
just do that.
holding.
It doesn't just do that on its own, unless you're going to sleep. Is that
So
what you said?
okay, yeah, right, right, right,
So
right,
you went to
right.
sleep?
No, did not go to sleep. There's your body can like your consciousness can be woke while your body falls to sleep. Like that's something that can happen.
Okay, so then did it happen?
That has happened to me before, where my body has failed to sleep
No, I
while
mean
I'm
when you went
conscious.
to Christ consciousness, did your body go to sleep and you consciously stayed awake?
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like my body was in a state. It's kind of like a paralyzed state. You know how when you're falling asleep and your
Like
body
sleep
become paralyzed?
paralysis?
It was in that state, but I'm not like seeing nothing. I'm just my whole body is
Were
in a
you
state
able
of
to
pure,
move?
not at all. I could not move.
Okay, you went into sleep paralysis, family.
No, family, it's different. I've done
Wait,
sleep
wait, 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 wait,
paralysis a
wait, wait.
million
Wait,
times.
wait, wait. Let's research what sleep paralysis is.
Okay, go
And
ahead.
then let's deal with it. I'm basing off of what you're saying. Sleep
I get you. I get you. I appreciate you taking your time too,
paralysis.
though.
It's our time.
Say
Ain't
less.
nobody that damn important. You know what I'm
Say
saying?
less.
Niggas be trying to
For
do that.
sure.
Oh, it's my time. It's our time. We both talking.
For sure.
All right. Sleep paralysis is a temporary inability to move or speak while falling asleep or waking up, often accompanied by vivid hallucinations and feelings of dread. It occurs when REM sleep muscles. Okay, cool. So, all right, overlaps with wakefulness lasting from a few seconds to several minutes. Common causes include sleep deprivation, irregular schedules, and high stress. Okay, so it's not sleep paralysis per se, but
Let me
similar.
see.
Is
Let
this
me
what
say
you would
what.
say?
Right, because your body is going to check if you sleep. It's called hypnagogia. This is where like it's like sensory colors and stuff will start blinking
Wait,
while your
stop. Hold
body
on. You said the body's gonna what?
the body is going to check if you're woke. There's a look up the word hypnagogia. That's what it's
Before we look
called.
up
Okay,
hypnagogia,
that's it.
all right, I'm with you. Before we look
I
that up,
feel you. I feel you.
that's a transitional state.
Right,
That's saying you're going into the sleep state.
right. Okay,
Okay.
but there's a point beyond, is what I'm saying. I'm not
What's
saying
the
that you
point beyond that? That's what I'm asking. So
zero
I
point
know that
consciousness.
hypnagogia. Okay, go ahead.
So there's a the regular waking state right now. Then there's the sleep state, the dream state.
Okay,
Then
so you
there's
mean that there's beta state and then
those
there's NREM of a transitional before you hit to delta.
right. It's even further. That's what I'm trying to say. It's past
Okay, what's
all
further
of
than
them.
delta?
That point is what we're talking about. Now let me say something real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
They taught us, and I'm only going off of my experience. I'm not real educated in book too much. I'm just going off of my experience. So correct me maybe if I'm wrong.
All
But
good.
they said that nothing rests. Correct? They talking about like everything is vibrating and stuff like that. Am I right or wrong? Are they right or wrong? They say
Yeah, that's what they
everything
say. It's never hard to explain it using logic. That's somebody not having an explanation for it. You can always
correct,
explain it. You might not
but
have the terminology for it. That means you don't have the terminology for it, but it can
correct.
always be explained.
So and they say quote unquote everything is at rest. But when you reach that state, you stop the vibration, because if everything in the universe is vibrating, when we reach that state, everything stops and you go outside of memory, because this is where your memory does not have access. It's past, that's why I say it's past the dream state and all of that, because it goes where your memory doesn't have access. You go to the beginning point of
All
what
right,
you
so
would
how do
call
you remember you went
everything.
there?
Huh?
How do you remember that you went there?
No, what I'm saying is you won't see nothing as far as memory. Not that when you're quote unquote in that state, you won't have memory of that state. What I'm saying is you right now we live in a world where everything is based off of memory. But when you go into that state, it's like your existence is existing. It's not something you have to think about. It's something you already know because you exist. So you go back and merge with pure existence at zero. But everything else, if I'm not mistaken, they say humans vibrate between 1 and 4 hertz or something like that. I don't know. But
Everything you're speaking on is predicated upon vibration, including
correct.
knowing. You
Correct.
can't know without, hold on, you can't
Correct.
know without neural activity. So in order for there to be neural activity, there has to be movement. For synaptic connections to occur, that's movement. For you to be able to recall that you went there, that means it's logged in your brain, regardless of whoever taught you about the memory thing and existence and all of that. That's hoopla. You remember it because it's stored in your brain. In order for it to be stored in your brain, there had to be different synapses that occur to allow that memory to be there. And
Even
even
though
if you're saying, go ahead.
even though there was no experience though in that moment, because I wasn't
There's no such thing
experiencing
as no
anything.
experience. If there was no experience, you would have been unconscious. And what happened? You ever been knocked out before?
I have.
All right. What happened while you was knocked out?
I don't remember because I was
Boom.
unconscious.
That's as simple as you
I
would have
get
told
you.
me. If that's what Christ consciousness meant, if I would have asked you, explain your experience with Christ consciousness, you would like, I don't remember. It's hoopla. But it's only profound to people who don't understand neuroscience. But I do. And
I
as a
get you. So
neuroscientist who
okay,
understands the neurocorrelates of consciousness, and that you cannot have consciousness as an epiphenomenon of the brain without the brain functioning and the nervous system functioning. All of this spiritual stuff is just misunderstood neuroscience.
okay, fam. That's why I think I disagree. That's why I think zero. That's why I say what I'm talking about, that state it's beyond that. Your consciousness can still exist without the neural pathways. It's still
Explain
something
it.
that
Explain it.
it's something that's so. All right, okay. Like I know we on here with a bunch of people, so it's like we're gonna have no time to really sit down and break it down. But
No, we got time.
okay,
Well, you got to go.
so
All right.
no. I'm not saying it like that. What I'm saying is, I know how you is. You like to break down everything, and I'm
That's
not
how you
saying
should
that.
be.
All right, I get you. I'm not saying I don't want to
Okay, I'm
break
going to let
down
you go ahead. Go
everything.
ahead. Go
I
ahead.
just
Do your
want to
thing.
make sure I'm clear. All right. So, like I said, it's like right now they say we got the universe, we got space, and then we got stuff in the space. Everything is in the lap of the space. It's the same thing with consciousness. We're trying to measure neural pathways with something that's immeasurable, which is consciousness. Consciousness is bigger than that. So consciousness perceives everything. When you go to the beginning or quote unquote that state, why would I say that? Because not just I've had the experience, but I'm saying that other quote unquote gurus or whatever are talking about the exact same thing, not something different. And you've always said we go off of experience. Now, this is not something I read in a book. This was something I've been experiencing since I've been a child. Actually, this before I started having dreams, I was in that state. But for some reason, it wiped and went from that state. But when you look at all of the gurus, all of the spiritual shit, they are talking about that specific state. They call it samadhi, they call it Christ consciousness, or whatever. But it's a bliss that come over your body that forces you to basically realize that you exist basically, but in the most fundamental way, not on a intellectual level, on a fundamental existence level. And if by definition you exist, everything that exists right now already exists. Everything that's dead is already dead. So you cannot die because you are existence itself. That's what
Oh,
I'm saying. So
that's where y'all. Okay, so I was hearing what you were saying up to get to that point.
okay.
When you say you cannot die because you are existence itself, you as a human being will die, as they call it.
Correct.
The reason why you saying you is because you have a brain to think that there's such thing as identity. Did you know
Correct.
that?
Correct. Ego.
And without the identity, without the id, without the ego, without the super ego, without psychology's explanation of your existence, for you to be able to say you don't really know what you would be outside of that. So because you say you think you're talking to me as the flesh being, that's a contradiction within itself. It's
No,
oxymoronical.
I know already that I'm not the ego. What I'm saying is when you reach that state, that all of that comes in. You know
Who is
this,
you? Who is you?
huh?
Look. All right, you say there are other gurus. You're speaking to a guru right now. So see if you can understand that by answering this question. When you say you, who is that? What is that?
There is no real such thing as you and I. There is
So
no
why do you
real.
say it?
You're right. I shouldn't talk to you like I talk to them. I talk to other people that
But you just said
they're
it
not
again.
that far.
You said I shouldn't talk to you. Who is that? What's that? Now you claim to reach Christ
You trying to
consciousness.
fuck with me, Wade? Face?
No, ain't no way. Ain't no way I'll be
Okay.
trying to fuck with you. I will be asking questions to get an answer. So
Right.
you are
Go ahead.
saying that you reach Christ consciousness. I didn't say I
I
reached that.
have.
Okay, so then what is you?
There is no me.
Okay, so if there is no you, then how do you
Technically,
reach Christ? Hold on,
if I'm
hold on,
okay,
hold
no,
on,
hold up. Okay, go ahead,
hold
go
on.
ahead, go ahead,
If
go
there
ahead.
is
I
no
got you.
you, then how do you reach Christ consciousness?
If I was to be honest and frank, technically I would never say I have reached Christ consciousness because that is the ego talking. As far as me trying to communicate that to the people that's on here and you to have a conversation, I was just saying me, you, I, them. When you go to that state, there is no nothing. There is just pure consciousness. And
Consciousness is a thing.
but that true, but it's like the state. There is no actual terminology for it. It's actually no description. It's descriptionless in a sense.
If there
But
is no description, you as a human being, you can't process it. Because the only way you're able to say words like experience, consciousness, and all of that is because you have a system called the nervous system that allows for you to observe in
correct.
any way, whether it be feeling, whether it's auditory, whether it's tactile, whatever it'll be, you're taking in, even if you use the olfactory system or your smell, you're able to take in information and process it. So if you're taking in processing information inwardly or introspectively, that's one thing. But to say that it can't be explained because someone's teaching you that this is something that human beings ain't able to comprehend unless they experience it, it's not true. Because what you're speaking about is a phenomenon that occurs because you have a nervous system. It can be explained. Start there. The fact that it can be explained might be able to take you further in what is actually occurring.
I don't
Because you
disagree with
said
you
your
there.
body
Maybe,
doesn't
maybe
move,
not.
which means you're still aware of your body, correct? Correct?
Correct. Correct.
Okay, well then you're not. All right, you're not dead. You're aware of your body. You're right there, either in hypnagogia.
Wait. Time out. Hold on. Let me make sure I'm clear when I say I couldn't feel my body. At the beginning of my experience, when I'm going to, I can feel my body. After that, I had no recollection of like there was nothing. It was just a you say black space, infinite space, and you was like a center point, and it was just all blackness. It wasn't
Okay, were your
quote
eyes
unquote.
closed?
They were closed, yes,
All
obviously.
right, so let me help
Come
you
on
out with
now,
that one.
don't do me.
When you close your eyes, light don't get in. Who you think you're talking to? Okay, you said the word infinite space. How you know it's infinite?
Because you can reference from when you come out of an experience, you can know what's going on. You can go, okay,
Okay,
space
so
was
describe infinite for me. As someone who you claim you reached Christ consciousness and that when you went there, there was infinite space. There was darkness, black. Your words. Describe
right.
infinite for me.
It was unlimited. That was the come on,
Describe
Sid.
it.
Don't play
Okay, let me
words.
ask you a
Come
better
on
question.
now. Be
How do you
more.
know it was infinite? Did you measure it?
It was immeasurable. Like the state had no type of measurement you can measure. That's how you know it's infinite.
How do
Because
you
there's
know it had no type of measurement that you can measure, but you just gave it a measurement which was infinite? That's crazy, right?
I
This is
know
why they
one
run
thing. I
though.
wasn't well, I ain't running.
No, you ain't running. I'm saying this is why they
Oh,
run, not this is why you
I feel
run.
you. I feel you. I'm about to say, man,
Because it's
I'm
like
trying to know.
you can't use, decorative words. And I'm like, oh, I
So
get what you're saying.
so let me stop beating around the bush. So do you know what I'm really talking about, or are you just trying to correct my
I
vocabulary in the
know that
way I'm saying it?
I know that there are different states of consciousness. Yes.
Okay, that's what I'm trying to figure out because I'm like I know you big brother,
I'm
so
asking
I
you
could
to
get that,
identify which one you're saying you access, though.
right. And I
And
don't
you're being taught that there's something beyond what we're able to access. And that is the issue. Meaning,
no.
whatever started,
I never got taught this. I'm saying one of my first experiences was that. One of my first experiences was just straight black. The only thing I knew was like that Isaac exists, but it was nothing else. Like, and you're in a state, and it's a blissful state, like you overdose, happy, fulfilled. That's what they call it. Like you fulfilled and you blissed out, but you
okay,
in a.
did you do breath work?
I mean, before after you learn that stuff, but those things happen
No, I'm saying, did you do
spontaneously.
breath work before you went into that state?
My first times I was doing it, no, that was just randomly happening, and I was trying to figure out what it was. Nobody could tell me. And then when
Okay,
you
what
look
what
into
did you
stuff,
hear? What did you
huh?
hear? What did you hear when you were in there?
Nothing. It wasn't nothing to hear. There was nothing to see, to hear, to smell. It was nothing related to nothing we know here. It was just existence itself, quote unquote. That's the best term I can give it, even though that's not even the perfect
But you
term
were
really.
aware.
The only thing it was just pure awareness, nothing else.
Okay,
So
well,
I'm trying
family.
to so I'm not saying that I may be right or wrong. What I'm saying is, do you
Uh-huh.
know what I'm talking about? And have you ever experienced that? Or am I
Yeah,
just
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I called it the in-between state.
Okay.
And the
Okay.
reason why I called it the in-between state is because there are transitional states of consciousness. While you're transitioning between your points of awarenesses as a human being and points of consciousness as a human being, there will be darkness because most of the time your eyes are closed. It's that simple. If you go to sleep right now and you wake up and you experience sleep paralysis, if you don't open your eyes, that sleep paralysis will occur and you'll be able to be aware. You won't be able to move. And not everybody experiences dread during sleep paralysis because I go through it all the time coming back from my travels, and I don't experience where there's this fearful feeling. Some people have
So
that.
you have traveled outside of your body also.
To my knowledge, I could be wrong
So
though. Let me explain why.
please.
Maybe I just don't understand how the brain works, because dreams occur in this manner. After you observe something, let's say you watch a horror movie, within a
Mhm.
72-hour window, that horror movie can creep into your your subconscious, so much so that when you start to dream, the images, the sounds, and all of that appear in that reality.
Correct.
That's your subconscious creating an escape for you as you charge your body. That is how your body works. That while
Correct.
you're recharging, you're still allowed to remain active in your brain, meaning recalling certain things, creating certain images, all of that, even unto the point of hallucinations, which is what they explain with sleep paralysis. Hallucination
Correct.
doesn't mean that you're not observing it. It just
Correct.
means that it's an inner observation that when people walk in, they won't observe what you're observing.
Correct.
You see
Okay.
that?
Yeah.
Only
I
you're
agree.
observing it. Okay, that same occurrence can take place when you take DMT, shrooms, psychedelics,
Correct.
psilocybin, all of that.
Yeah.
Okay. It just means that your eyes are closed and you're transitioning between states of consciousness. So there's a point when you're waking up from a dream where you experience darkness and awareness. I'm one of the dreamers who are lucid. So when I go into the dream state, I experience lucid dreaming. And I always know when the dream is about to end. After the dream ends, there's a point of transition that you have to travel through brainwave wise. Go study the electroencephalogram. They're able to detect these points. You
Okay.
travel through it before. You don't just jump from beta to delta. There are transitional states. Now, most people are not aware when they go through those states. So
Correct.
they don't recall what they were transitioning through or what it's a transition. Now, when you do certain breath work or your brain work a certain way, because not everybody lucid dreams. Some people just go directly and activate in other parts. If
Correct.
you tend to be more awake or lucid during your dream state, then that means that you maintain or reserve agency as you go from beta into non-rapid eye movement, meaning you're
Correct.
still able to consciously control what you're doing while you're in the state of dreaming, right there between the non-rapid eye movement, delta, and theta.
Correct.
You
I've done
see?
those things.
It
Correct.
doesn't mean that something spiritual is happening. It means that
Correct.
something introspective is happening. So all I'm saying to you is
Okay.
all these gurus are talking about states of consciousness. Nothing really changes other than the fact that you know that that state exists, but it doesn't
Correct.
change you, the being. You, the being, still have to go through all the degrees you have to go through in the physical waking life, beta. You still have to
Correct.
progress.
You still
You
gotta
still have
progress.
to challenge yourself to overcome vices. You still have to abstain. You still have to work at this thing. It's not like I reach Christ consciousness and then my body is transformed because of it. This is
Right.
why I'm gonna leave
Correct.
you with this, and then you go ahead. This is why they said don't have your heads in the clouds so much that you trip
Correct.
over the roots of the earth. Because if people say, I reach Christ consciousness, you put in the word Christ consciousness is actually limiting what it is that you will be able to access. Because if you really reach Christ consciousness or crossing over into a new consciousness or whatever that would be activated for you, you would really be able to activate beyond the average human being, becoming a supreme being. And that would mean your information retention would increase. Your sensory capabilities would increase. You would actually live, breathe, and speak as an updated, upgraded, evoluted being. So then the sciences that exist in the realm around you, you will be aware of. Anybody reach Christ consciousness, if I ask them how many protons in gold, they should be able to tell me how many protons. Anybody reach Christ consciousness should be able to tell me what is dihydrogen monoxide and what is this interaction with Fe. You should be able to tell me everything about the chemical makeup of your realm and the physical makeup of your realm. You should
Correct,
understand
correct,
physics and
correct, correct,
chemistry
correct.
all in this, because you're
See,
taking in
but
the whole
see,
realm and
that's
you come
why
back without look what I'm saying. You take in the entire realm of awareness in one moment
you're right.
and you come back and you don't retain it.
You're right. You're right. You're right. So maybe I was in a transitional state before that. See, that's why I was calling it 0 point conscious, because it's kind of like a better word for it. Because I don't. Hmm, I just
No,
know it's a
it's a
high
trigger word
state.
for it, and it's a spiritual trigger word. The real word, I'm not going to say the real word because you could call it whatever you want to call it, as long as you understand what it is. It's just that when we sprinkle these words like consciousness, 0
Correct.
point, Christ, all this other stuff, it mystifies it.
True. True.
And
True.
the
Right.
able
Mysticism don't need to be in it. Correct.
mystification, because when people mystify it, they lose the science.
True.
There's a real science to why we exist. There's a real science to how our brain works. There's a real science to hallucinations. There's a real science to not just hypnagogia, hypnopompic hallucinations. When you're waking up, it's hypnopompic.
You sound like you had an out of body experience and confused. No, I've had out of body experiences. I know the difference between those. I've been outside my body multiple times, bro. It's not that. I probably reached a state that it just is a state, but like he said, but uh it was the highest experience I've had so far. I wouldn't say the
You
highest
only
for
putting
everybody.
highest on it. Look,
I
that's
said in
another
my
that's
experience so far, like
that's
as
another
far as,
bright word.
okay,
Highest.
why?
Because highest. Why didn't you say lowest? When you go into the subconscious realm, that's lower. Because high is synonymous with heaven. When you first got on here, you speak about fourth dimension. People are using new words to say the same thing.
Yeah,
Heaven, fourth
I
dimension.
meant to say the fourth part of the brain. I'm sorry. I know I did say that, but I meant to say fourth
No, you
part
don't
of
gotta
the
apologize.
brain.
I'm
But
just saying. Look, make sure we don't get it misconstrued. I know I cut in a lot throughout this conversation. Don't get it misconstrued. Your experience is your experience. It helps when I ask these questions to challenge you, because if you didn't think to challenge your own theory or your own thought or belief or what your
right,
experience was or what your own experience was, then you may not be fully comprehending it.
right, 100%. Because it's
So then how
something
are you going
like
to
it's
access another
something
degree? Do you really
right.
think that whatever state you access is the highest degree you can access? Family, are you a chemist?
No,
All right, then what are you talking about? It don't matter what you did when you went to sleep and got back up and went back to regular everyday life. The masters who go and learn their realm understand one thing: you don't even have enough time to be a master. The mastery that you reach is based on two things: the time that you were allotted to exist in the earth plane and what you did with it. All this other stuff these niggas talking about, I don't care who it is. Because Alkebulan came in here and said, whoever Alkebulan 44, he came in here and said, you can't explain it with logic. He can get up here and talk to me. It don't matter who anybody is. If you're so advanced and I get to talking to you about science, especially the science of how things work, and you can't have that conversation with me, you're not advanced. You might be spiritually advanced, but it's easy to be spiritually advanced. Look at how many people were able to beguile people
you
for
see,
this wrong.
I think that's the difference between you. A lot of dudes. A lot of dudes is more of, slipping outside their body, doing a lot of these type of things. They call spiritually advanced, but you don't seem to call that spiritually advanced.
Because they haven't proved that it's possible.
How could you prove something that is like experiential for
Give
themselves?
people a
Like,
formula to be able to do it for themselves.
okay, like right, like falling asleep consciously, right? Just going to sleep, waiting until
That's
your body fall
regular.
asleep.
That's regular. I'm talking about all this leaving my body. I'm outside of this realm, accessing fifth dimension stuff. Prove it.
Oh, no, I don't believe that you necessarily is multiple dimensions and all that. Maybe, maybe not. I haven't experienced it, but I know I've only reached that one state of bliss, and I've done a lot of lucid dreaming where I've controlled my dreams for years. That shit was easy,
Yeah.
but I before that obviously went through to some state of like you seeing beings and all that, and you getting scared for a long time. I don't been through all that, but like you said, I don't know what it does for now because it's like, okay, so what would your teachings do for right now? Like exactly right now, then,
Exactly what
because
I'm doing. Teach people to challenge and question and don't believe anything. And don't fall for the spiritual game. It's all hoopla. That's why I said it's hoopla. The real activation of consciousness is learning things that are applicable. Becoming scientists. That puts you in the real position of the Shiva, Siddhartha, Krishna Tahuti, Artemis Trismegistus, all that. That's the real science. They feeding y'all bullshit.
Right, I know about that's so wait, come on. So Shiva, talking about Shiva, which is that which is not basically the infinite nothing. Like that's is that not what Shiva did? Sit down in stillness and
Shiva
bliss
had a
consciousness?
teleportation device, a portal. Do you have one?
Oh hell no.
Shiva had technology like the Trishul that had powers associated with it that we don't even understand how they work. Power is another way of saying technology that's advanced. Do you have a Trishul? No, you don't.
Okay, so let me flip. So do you have any special powers, any special anything
Yeah,
other than okay. Okay. What are they?
my brain.
Okay.
Yeah. As far as technologies, no, I'm not one of those. I'm not. No matter how great I am with my brain, no matter how far my rapping is, no matter how famous I become, no matter how articulate I am, no matter how much copper I put around my neck or around my eye or on my head or on my fingers, I don't have one of those interplanetary communication devices or UFOs or any of that. We are not those guys. Cosplay has to end one day. Those guys are who you call the government. They got that.
Mm,
They have the internet. Do you have an internet? No. You can get on the internet, but is it yours? No.
right. No,
They
all
have
of it.
artificial intelligence. Do you have an artificial intelligence? No. You can use that shit, but it's not yours. The guys of this planet are called the government. They're the military. Direct energy weapons. That sounds spiritual in the motherfucker. We don't have none of that. But we can run our mouth on their shit.
You make a good point.
Yeah. If I make a good point, it'll kill a lot of their business, so they avoid it. The truth of
Well,
the
I
matter
mean,
is, it's all cosplay, bro. Wake up out of that.
that's true.
I'd rather hear you talk to me about stuff that matters. Learn your body. Teach me about the body. Learn chemistry. Teach me about how things are made. Learn physics. Teach me about how things work. Learn quantum physics. And even if you dare to do so, which would be great, go into these scientific disciplines and help advance them so that we can actually learn the truth behind things. You know what I'm saying? Develop
Right.
technologies that actually work because you understand how technology works. And then if you want to step forth and strengthen your body and learn about your brain and all of that, then you need to learn about how the body functions, how the brain functions, or you can't truly advance as a supreme being. That's the reality, family.
No, that's knowledge right there. Facts. Facts. Hey, bro, you be trolling with the music, man. Chill out. Don't be stepping on these dudes.
What music you talking about?
All your music, my nigga. You be just running it. You be just killing it.
I appreciate that,
Sometimes.
but I don't be trolling.
Oh,
What I do is I might taunt them on purpose. If that's what trolling is, fine, I get that. I might taunt them on purpose because I know who's real and I know who isn't. That's just based off of observation. And I'm willing to prove myself wrong in front of everybody, so I challenge them to come out. Because I stand on truth. And if the truth is, Phase, you was wrong about D1, I can handle that. I don't
right,
feel like,
right.
I don't live by ego to the point where I feel like if I'm wrong, then that means that my whole, everything I built must crumble. That's what these niggas feel like. If I was wrong about D1, that nigga might be buddy tight with Christ and all that. All right, I'll be wrong. Fine. Hey, look, hey, y'all, I was wrong about that. Like, I'll give you an example. I was wrong about Rashad Jamal. From what I investigated, I was wrong about him selling crystals for $333, which means a lot of people were wrong about that because when I looked at it, it didn't take long for me to realize he's not selling crystals for $330. He was selling an experience of being able to not have to pay for this, that, and the third. You get a whole year free, and then you can, get this. It was a package thing. He wasn't selling like just no crystals. Okay, I was wrong about that. About that. You know what I'm saying? But niggas feel like they losing if they do that. I can't relate to that.
No, I
So now
think
I ain't
niggas hate
trolling
that
them.
you. I think
Let
niggas.
me tell you something. If you're accessing something special, the best thing you can do is study neuroscience so that you can figure out what it actually is.
Right.
And after you done studied it and you can't find nothing, then you'll have to advance that field. You'll have to write it in. But you have to be knowledgeable about what it is you're speaking about, especially the stage. Like, let me ask you a question. I need you to name for me 4 states of consciousness right now.
States of consciousness.
Yeah, they call it states of consciousness. This ain't
Okay, you
nothing
got the waking
spiritual. This is
state.
reality,
You got the
neuroscience.
you got the waking state, the sleeping state. I think they got a state called Toria, which is like the all of that sits in the lap of it. I don't know the last one. I think the dreaming state, waking
You got
state,
Veda state.
dreaming state. Or are you talking about delta, beta, theta, those type of states?
Yeah, beta, delta, theta. What else?
Beta, delta, theta,
Come on.
and
Alpha.
shit, alpha. Shit, alpha. Damn, I ain't
Come
thinking
on.
about this shit in a minute, bro.
Gamma. Look what I'm saying. These niggas out here claiming consciousness don't even know what the states of consciousness are referred to be able to study them.
But
Why is
okay,
it
okay.
important to be?
This
Go
another
ahead.
thing too. This is where this is one thing I do kind of disagree with. Not saying that you may be wrong, but I do disagree that in order to have like a spiritual experience, that you have to be knowledgeable in these things. Now, when I think you become a master, like you said, you will understand the elements. Do you know the guy named Sadhguru? I don't know if you know who that is, but the whole
Yeah, I know
term
about him. What do you mean? Do I call it bullshit? I don't
because
know if
he
you know
what
what. I
well
don't
because
believe.
what
I'm
he's
gonna say it like
talking
this. I don't
about is
believe. I don't believe what he says just because he says it. And I know that's where you
right.
got that. Shiva means that which is not from too. You got that from him.
Right. He said that. But what
Okay.
I'm saying is
So did
when
you research that to find out whether or not that was true?
right. So what I did was I was having experiences and
No, no,
he
no.
was the
Did you
first person I
research to
seen.
figure out whether or not Shiva meant that which is not?
Yeah. I was saying what he said. He was calling something Shiva. And I said, what is Shiva? And he said that means that which is not. So I was like, in terms
Did
of what
you
he said
research
it,
that to find out whether or not that was true?
no.
Okay, let me stop you right there. Because your soul wanted to say no first, but then you went another direction. I pulled you back here. You might take somebody like him, Saad, to be a guru, right? Because he might teach things and he has the accent, which is also like that halo effect. Anybody coming in with an accent is like people think this nigga must know what he's talking about. But you have to research what they're saying to make it real for you. And the research that you conduct must be rooted in application. If not, family, you just believe in what these folks saying. So they can tell you anything. They can say that's not only just the Christ consciousness, nigga, you reach nirvana. But when you reach nirvana,
Right.
why the hell you come back? According to their teachings, nirvana is one of those stages that you reach when you.
Right. That's what they claim. They say, right.
Okay. So what good is about everything in existence and da. Okay, then what? What's next? What's
Well,
next? They believe that, but again, who wants to die? That's lame. Niggas would want to live forever. That's what they think, right? But the natural order of things is, for one, if you could live forever, you probably wouldn't want to live
you wouldn't want to live. Yeah. Right.
because the elders, you come in here as a child. From my observation, the child is gleeful, a lot of energy. You know what I'm saying? It's a excitatory being, and then the elder is gleeful, but may not be as excitatory as a child is. It's like the Benjamin Button effect. You come in as a child, you leave as a child. The elders act like children. You observe that?
I know
They
exactly
start to
that
lose their
reference that you
memory.
mean. Right.
They start to move a little slower. They start to need more dependent. They go into diapers.
I was just about to say, go come in diapers, leave out in diapers. Type
Come
shit.
on.
Yeah.
All right. So let's look at the beauty of it. You ever went to an elder next to their deathbed and talked to them?
I have not.
You should. Because I have. You should. It'll put so many things into perspective. Right? Most of these people out here conning because that's all they know. They're trying to survive. They're cowards. But that's a natural response.
So are
The
you okay?
grifters, go ahead.
So are you like, I wouldn't say enforcer or nothing like that, but are you just basically cleaning house on a lot of the profit off of
You
spirituality
could
and stuff
call it
like that?
that. Let me tell you what I'm really
In a
doing. You could
sense?
call it whatever you want to call it. Let me tell you what I'm doing. I'm figuring this shit out.
Thanks.
Just like everybody else. And one day I'm gonna be gone just like everybody else. If you get out of your mind that there's even a special person in the natural order of things, then what I'm doing will make more sense. I was abandoned like a lot of people in the inner city were abandoned. I went through poverty like a lot of people went through poverty. I was hungry like a lot of people were hungry. I went through pain with women like a lot of men went through pain with women. You see what I'm saying? Or like women
right,
went through pain with men. You know what I mean? My stomach
right,
growls how your stomach growls.
right.
I get hungry too. I fast. I pray. I prostrate. I done talked out to the stars and the skies and touched down on the ground to the ancestors, not knowing whether or not any of this stuff is real. The truth of the matter is it's all about survival, and people are afraid to die. That's what I found.
Right. I agree with that a lot. I think
Look
we
at the Pope.
all,
You see the Pope, right?
yeah,
Surrounded by what? Security. He don't want
yeah,
to die.
yeah.
Farrakhan, man of God, man of Allah. He doesn't want to die. He holding on. Why is Farrakhan holding on? Farrakhan is one of the prophets who, even if somebody came after him, according to Al Quran, he's good because if he becomes a martyr in the line of Allah, he'll be taken up. He won't die. He don't believe that. He doesn't want to die
Right. That
because
makes
he
sense.
doesn't really believe that. But it helps him while he's alive. When people revere him, that's less people trying to take him out. It's a survival method. If I were to advise you, man, hug on your people. Love on your people. You know what I'm saying? Sever from trying to create no escape in the spirit realm. Win the war of the body so that while you're here, you get the most out of it. Maybe it ends and that's it. So stop thinking about self alone and start thinking about your children. And if you don't have any, think about the children of the world, the future. What are you going to
Right.
leave them? Because one day you'll be gone. The ego wants to be thought about when we're gone. The ego wants to think that one day we'll be able to look back and see what we did and who we helped. There's a chance that when I tap out of here, however it happens, the only thing that'll be left remaining of Omari phase 1 is these lives, the music, whatever. Who hated me, who loved me, my books.
So the least we could do is pass it on.
Yeah, sit with me. You're a representative of the spiritual people. You're a representative of these political people. You're a representative of these religious people over here. Behind you, family is going to fade. One day you go. Your illusion only gonna last for now. That's it. So you ask me questions. You say, what about you, Faith? You say you get out of this. Look, I could be wrong about that. But I don't care because I was grateful for the experience. That's it. When they tell my story to the ones coming, that's what I'm thinking about. All the people, y'all don't know y'all dead already. Like the people that are here, people have already passed. Time is faster than you think. And the reality that is the relativity of time is much more broad than you can imagine. You're already gone. Generations beyond now is what I'm thinking about. Somebody is going to pick up one of my records and is going to save their life because I tested it out on people that are here. I've had people message me and say, yo, I'm about to take myself out of here. I listened to your song Q and I stayed. This is real life. So just like Tupac, when he was like, I might not be the one that's going to change the world, but I will spark the brain of whoever's going to change the world. Okay, cool. He said, is that not what we're supposed to do? It is, bro. You was behind your time.
Right.
The reason why these niggas didn't like Tupac is because he understood what I understand. This shit is fast and it's over. I embraced my death. I did that in front of everybody. I said, yo, here go my death date. Niggas don't have the heart to do that. And I ain't on no suicidal shit. I'm just saying, whoever you think I am, whatever you think I'm guilty of, whatever you want to put in front of me, that's laughable. Human beings, one day you're going to face a being that's going to terrify you. It's my brother called Ezra L in your stories. He's going to terrify you. And you're going to see a wingspan beyond what you can imagine of eyes. And he's going to pluck yours. And it's going to be your record. And that's what you fear. That one day you'll be naked. There's nothing you can do to me. There's nothing you can take from me. You're already naked. We see you. So I'm already naked because I understand that truth. But they're going to crucify me. Know what I'm saying? I'm about to get out of here. They're going to try to crucify me. I would say it like that. Because you can't really crucify me. There's nothing you can do. Time is the best teacher of all time. It'll show you everything I'm saying. There's nothing you can really do. What do people need? They need a scapegoat. They need somebody to say, listen, because of my trauma and what I've gone through, I need you to suffer. Aren't we all suffering? No matter who I was coming out against or speaking and challenging, I never said Rashad Jamal was guilty, because I don't know whether or not he's guilty. And I know what it means to be hammed up because people scared of you. They could have did that because they were scared of him. Or his baby mama could have did that because she was slighted or scorned. It's possible. Don't get it misconstrued. Just because you see me talking to Shells on live don't mean I believe what come out of her mouth. It just means that it's an opportunity for you to see the other side of it. Like all stories, you need all the sides. But she could have been scorned. She could have been mad that he was with the girl and not paying her no mind and going up on her, and that could have been enough. And I've encountered women personally where that's all they need is to feel like they were scorned. I never said Rashad did that shit because I don't know if he did. It don't matter whether or not she spoke and cried or none of that. I don't know. She could be lying. I never said Brother Polite was guilty because I don't know whether or not he's guilty. Just because I don't fuck with how he moved, that don't mean that I'm going to condemn the nigga to crucifixion.
Right.
He's a different type of being. I don't know whether or not Nature Boy was guilty. You want to know what's so crazy? My brother, Hassan Bodie, he took his life January 8th. They did a memorial. The girl who they say was responsible for going out to take down Nature Boy, she was at the memorial. I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that's who she was. Somebody came up to me and said, you know who that is? I said, who's that? She took down Nature Boy. She went and got to make, she the one who made sure he get arrested. I'm like, wow. Just right there. And something looked off about her. Just like her whole being. Something just looked off. But I didn't know what it was. I knew who she was. And I knew her sister from back when they were doing them bonfires in like 2020, 2021, back in the day. My point being, I've seen it where women they'll take you down. So I don't know whether or not Nature Boy was guilty because he could have been right. He could have been saying everything they did on camera was staged and it was clout. It could have been that because I know how to do that. I don't do that. I don't think it's wise. But I know how to do that. He could have been innocent. It don't matter. They'll still crucify you because of how they feel. And then after that, look, you saw the All Eyes on Me. Go watch that All Eyes on Me movie. Look at how the girl was celebrating in court when they gave Tupac the verdict. People will crucify you and be happy you gone because they feel safer. Your authenticity can challenge people to the point where if something happened to you and you're no longer in that limelight or in the spotlight, they feel safer. Safer from what? They feel safer from truth because that's all it would have been. Your authenticity challenged their existence. Simple. Why you think nigga will mean mug you if he out with his girl and he see you and you fly?
Right.
You just dressed up and did your thing. But the only reason why this nigga mean mugging you is because, and he don't know it, he feel as though you're going to stop him from having children with this girl. Meaning you're going to kill his bloodline. You're a threat. You ain't thinking none of that. Nigga, you thinking it's Stonecrest Mall. That's all you thinking. But primitively, he's thinking this nigga's going to be the reason I'm blotted out of existence. So he mean mugs you. Mean mugging is like the snarling of the lions and the wolves. He mean mug. He's just naturally trying to protect his existence. It's like when human beings kill and human beings do all this, it's like they're animals in a certain way. You can't even really be mad at human's nature because it's human nature. That's all it is. So I'm telling you, I know people don't understand who I am. I'm okay with that. I'm not trying to prove a point. I just have to do what I'm here to do. What am I here to do? I'm going to leave you with this. I'm here to do the same thing you're here to do. Whatever nature has us doing. Maybe the homeless man sitting on the side of the road asking you for $1 is doing what nature or the forces of nature asked or required of his existence. So that when you come through and you don't do it, maybe nature pays attention to it. Maybe they don't want your type of bloodline, so they cause diseases to wipe it out. Who knows? Maybe nature is more in control of all this than we could ever think. Let me tell you, whatever it is, whether it's God, nature, the universe, I surrender. That's why I move how I move. That's why I do what I do. You can't threaten me with God, nigga. If God is real, I surrender. You can't threaten me with Jesus, nigga. If Jesus is real and they have that seat as you thought they do, I surrender. You can't threaten me with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, nigga. If that's real, Allahu Akbar, takbir. I surrender, taqwa, to the power and the will of Allah. If that's real, whether it's whatever forces of this realm, I surrender. Now I step forth and I say, okay, if I have a creator, you created me to have this brain, to think how I think, move how I move. You made it be that I was birthed into the movement I was birthed into. I got to see the injustice of Dr. Malachi York. All right, if I'm wrong, handle me. I'll be wrong if that's how you see fit. But if I'm not wrong, then use me. Let the world see. Now, let me tell you what's so beautiful about that. That the world might see me get crucified. They may see me murdered on camera. If that is what they needed to see to cause for something else in nature to happen, to make this realm operate more in balance, then I am willingly, step by step, walk into that date.
You basically saying you being whatever piece the puzzle need at the end of the day.
And it'll be the wisest stance for you to take, because what can you be other than that?
Other than that, right? Because it's gonna happen regardless.
It's gonna happen regardless. People are running from reality. That's not me. I love D1. I love Rashad Jamal. I'm probably with other people. People that are trying to get me killed. I love them. Meaning, I appreciate that they exist because, man, this whole story is. I don't want no boring story. I didn't want no protagonist-only story. Give me the story with all of the jips, the jabs, and everything.
Right.
You know what I mean? The people who hate me, who love me, all of that. Give me the conversations with you and the people who get on here and cuss me out. Whatever, I don't care. Let me live this thing through and prove
myself. You're getting first-hand experience is what you're saying. Yeah, you're getting first-hand experience regardless, so you're not at a loss regardless. Regardless if you don't.
That's what I'm saying about you.
Regardless if you fail.
You're getting first-hand experience. You're not at a loss.
Yeah, I get you.
It is anybody who has the ear to hear. So when y'all see me out here doing what I'm doing,
yeah,
I don't know how people bump their head and think I done lost my way. I'm still who I am. We're in an internet world. I have to reach y'all some type of way.
Right, you adapting.
That's my job.
That's all. Right.
My job is to reach as many people as I can. It's what I signed to do at age 5. And then I bring their attention to Dr. York. And before I leave, I just want to see Dr. York come out. I've lived long enough and strong enough that when Dr. Malachi York exits prison, if I die the next day, I'll be happy, because all I ever wanted to live to see is him come out, because I saw him go in. That's my life. Maybe your life is to become the most world-renowned veteran. I don't shit on that.
Right.
My life is to make sure people realize that an injustice took place, bring light to it, and we get it clear. I'd rather see, and I would also want to see the family come together before then or even after. Even the Habiba Washingtons and the Jacob Yorks and the rest of them, I would rather see, you know what I'm saying, everybody standing together at one point in time before I leave. I want to see that. I don't care what nobody say. I get to say what I want to see. I would want to see everybody who started back from Ansar-ullah days up to when I was born. I want to see everybody who made it this far. Y'all, some of y'all have made it 50 years. You have to understand that. I want to see everybody standing on the same lane. I want to see Malachi walk out and say something along the lines of, I told you we was all family. And we get right back to moving and securing the future for the children. And if I left the next day, good. I saw what I needed to see or wanted to see. That's it. So all these people out here, like I said on that show with Bank, I don't mean no harm to you niggas. I'm a cuss. I'm going to do whatever. That's just me. But you meet me, anybody meet me in person, I'm not like that. Meaning, I'm not cussing people out for no reason, da 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 da. It's more so along the lines of what the intention behind even the AI videos is.
Right.
Love.
Right, because when I first saw the AI videos, my first, like, I went to the comments first because I'm like, I already know. And when I seen some of them, they're like, oh, you doing too much, this, and that. But I'm like, I mean, you kind of having fun with it too at the end of the day. I felt like, I
I
mean,
got you.
it's technology, but come on now, you don't want to make the shit boring. And I thought it was funny, you know what I'm
This shit
saying?
is funny.
I thought it was funny, but
If a nigga was doing that and they would beat my ass, I couldn't help but laugh.
that's
I
what
ain't
I'm
finna be.
saying. I was like vice versa. Even if it was somebody that, if it was myself, I would be joked out because I mean, first of all, it's 4K, it's fire. I mean, you can see clear. Second, whatever the fuck you doing, whatever apps you got,
I'm not
it gotta
telling y'all
be.
niggas.
I know it gotta be fire because I don't see nobody else really with that. Like not
That's why
like
they
that.
want to know. I ain't telling niggas nothing.
Yeah,
It
you
ain't
got
nothing that's
that one,
free anyway.
boy.
Shit, they gotta pay for that shit. But so don't think I'm out on here, you know what I'm saying, beating niggas ass for free, nigga. This shit costs. I damn near went broke off this shit y'all enjoying. That shit expensive, nigga. That's not cheap. All this cheap AI niggas be using, nigga, this shit is not cheap.
Okay, it makes sense. That put it in perspective for me because I sure was like, I wanted that shit free or not.
Hey man, if them niggas could look, Big Bank from Big Bank ATL, Big Bank podcast. When he got on there, he was like, yo, man, you do be saying some disrespectful shit, da 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 whoop whoop. Remember I said, I apologize for calling you a bitch. I apologize for saying your teeth big. He laughed. He bust out laughing.
Right.
I said, nigga, your teeth big as hell, though. He like, they is big. I'm like, that's what I'm saying.
Right.
Like, damn, the way I'm speaking and how I'm, like, approaching this shit, can't be more offensive than what we facing.
Right.
It can't be more offensive than what we facing when y'all letting niggas who perpetuating the shit we facing and promoting the shit we facing, y'all letting them slide. But you want to try to shadow me out for approaching harshly? Nigga, I approach harshly and with the shock value because obviously niggas don't respond to shit else. I didn't get I love you, brother, until I beat his ass from hell.
Right. Now, yeah, I get what you're saying. Like, you don't get mad because of how I pushed the message. You wasn't mad at what was going on. So if
That's
I come
it.
how I come,
That's
I come
the
how I
same
come.
thing. Look, that's the same thing Tupac was saying when he cussed in front of the NOI. He said, my cousin can't be more offensive than the shit we dealing with. It's the same language. It's the same story over and over. I just say it like this. If D1 hit me like, man, brother, let's talk, I wouldn't be on no bullshit. I'd be like, nigga, let's talk. And even with the conversation, my conversation wouldn't be to destroy him. The conversation would be to bridge the gap between Christianity and what's real. Go ahead.
I think from from the outside looking in, because when I've talked to you before on live and stuff like that, and both times you've never been an escalator, you've always been a de-escalator. You've always been like, the way you talk is assertive, understanding. Now I'm from New Orleans, we kind of talk a little more aggressive, quote unquote, to other states and all that. But so they don't bother me or nothing like that. But you still don't cross boundaries or nothing like that. So when I see the other dudes, you know, they doing what they doing, saying what they saying, I'm like, I think it's because they don't really come holler at you. They just kind of see the social media version. Because the social media version of you, if somebody don't know what you on, they could be like, oh, this nigga feeling himself. This nigga think he too much. Woo, woo, woo. But when you get on there and talk to you or see certain videos like your lyrics, when you go pull up your lyrics and stuff and listen to it, you'll be like, well, it don't sound like the nigga that I see doing this and this and this and that. Like, you look like two different niggas, quote unquote, even though you saying the same message. I think some people look at it as you kind of aggressive, but only from, I mean, a couple videos here and there, clip form and this and this and that. But not one time I really seen you, unless it was appropriate. I'm gonna say that you ain't no hoe, obviously, but I've seen you get on there and handle when it's time to handle. But I've never seen you just escalate to escalate. So I'm trying to see what they running from, quote unquote. Like,
well, I just explained it, and I'm not mad at them. They just protecting their brand. So it's not even about them. It's about whether or not the people gonna realize that, and they do what they want. They protecting their brand, shit.
Also, you getting too big to not have a voice now. At first, you wasn't. I remember when you wasn't way this big, and now that you way bigger, it's harder to ignore you. I think it's kind of scaring people too.
Yeah, that's why I said. What was the song I said? I'm writing letters too big to ignore, too great to ignore. It was all kinds of songs I speak on that.
That
because
letter
I
to
had to come. I
America.
had to become too big to ignore. Like now they can't do anything about it. But
Right.
I was always on the way. You know, if they get over it, bro, we'll be able to do some great shit. If not, I got to do great shit without them.
Right. Ball don't stop rolling.
Yeah. If they
So
get
you
over it,
eventually
we'll be
gonna
able to do
create
some great
like
shit. If not, I'll do without them. Go ahead.
y'all gonna you gonna like as you coming to a point where you want to have obviously you're doing a movement right now, but I'm saying like schools and stuff like that set up specifically for, you know what I'm saying, this type of vibe because I'm seeing the vision and all that type of stuff, and I'm like, well, if I wanted to be a part of it, let's say right today I start getting serious. I go start looking up all of the chemistry, all of that, everything you talking about as far as the science and the neuroscience, all of that. But it's just me. Are you going to create groups where niggas can come and learn and actually, you know what I'm saying, get real true knowledge, or is this just some? I'm just here to give you the message. It's on you to use it, work it, yada yada. Like what type of vibe is you on? Eventually, is you
It's
gonna come?
all
You
of that.
feel me? Okay,
It's
okay,
all of that.
okay,
One of the SBI members get in touch with him, and y'all get him involved. Uh, you can be a part of SBI. You don't got to pay. So
okay.
we got the brothers group. Where you at? Where you feature? Where you stationed at?
I'm in Mississippi.
Oh, okay. You drive.
Yeah,
You can make it down to Atlanta on May 8th.
what today is? Shit. Yeah, that's cool.
Well,
Yeah. I can do that on the 8th. I just checked it out.
all right, cool. Pull up on May 8th. Go to the Atlanta airport. Reason why I say go to Atlanta airport, Hartfield Jackson. And don't just say you doing it, because nigga, I mean what I'm saying.
I mean, nigga, I know that. First of all, I wouldn't even agree to it on not on here. I know you
Okay, I
stand
got you.
on it. Yeah.
I'm gonna send you the information, but I'm gonna have to send you the information on that day.
Okay, that's
So I'm gonna
cool.
send you the information around 9 a.m. But you need to get in touch with me. So go ahead and DM me when you get off here. Because
We
one of the
already follow
brothers,
each other. I'm gonna DM you again. I
what
got you.
brothers in here? What SBI at? Hold on one second. What SBI, where y'all at? I'm gonna give one of y'all this task. SBI, where y'all at? I'll make sure you get involved, bro. Hold on one second.
Say less.
Because see, you can't just say something to me and then no, I do teach higher degrees, but I teach it in person. And we don't come on here and talk about it.
Okay, that's understandable. Say less.
All
I
right.
respect that.
Rod, get in touch with bro. What's your name, bro?
Malik.
Rod, get in touch with Malik. Make sure he get all the information and get him the link to the Telegram so we can join right in. And yeah, that's enough said on that.
Hey, I appreciate that, bro, because I'm really trying to lock in. I'm trying to.
No, you ain't trying, you doing it. That's why you got to go. So other than that, when it comes to studying and stuff like that with the neuroscience, all of that, you don't have to wait to get around.
Right,
Just start
right,
studying, learning.
right,
Start with the human body, human anatomy, physiology. Study yourself in that way. Study the brain, study all that. And then I'll teach you higher sciences that I've experienced myself and what you can use. You have to experience some of this stuff in order for you to be able to use it.
right.
I can tell
Correct.
you, but the truth is, when people are saying I can't explain it, the reason why I challenge them to explain it is because you said you can't.
Right,
I'm
right,
just
right,
not going to say anything about it because I know the power of what I know. So online, I see certain things. Yeah, people can use it.
right,
You want to get into this mastery shit?
right.
Yeah, you
I'm
come
trying to
around.
know that I know that I know type vibe. You feel me?
Notice I ain't tell you that you got to pay for it though. Notice that.
Right, right,
So
right. I
yeah,
appreciate that, love. That's fine.
it's all love.
100%.
So we already had this interface. You don't got to pay for nothing ever. And if I tell somebody that, that's real life. Just make sure you showing up for yourself, and
Right,
then make sure with the degrees you get, and I'll give them to you, and help the people around you. That don't mean you got to give those degrees to them, but man, you should always be in servitude mode, or you're not ready for this.
right.
You ain't becoming supreme beings to be worshipped, all right, or to be
Facts.
served. You become supreme beings to serve. So I got a few brothers that's been around, and they can attest to this. And this shit is real life. And some stuff, shit, even if you try to, some stuff is like you don't really know how to explain it. You see what I'm saying? Now, that
Right.
doesn't mean the terminology doesn't exist because you can learn it. But it's
Right.
like, even when you do, some people might not be able to connect to it because they're not on the degrees of that terminology.
Right. They
It's
don't got
like
no
saying
reference, is
words they
what
don't
you're saying.
understand.
Right.
The only reason why I say when people saying they can't explain it, it be capped because they really can and they just want it to be special. I'm saying when you reach degrees of levels and we have that, it's like you gotta learn the terminology of what you have to explain. And that means that the masses don't have that terminology, family. So they won't be able to understand it, even when you do.
Got you.
But we use words and stuff like that. I'll walk you through. Your name's Malik. So I'll walk you through. I know who you are. I can see. So then, all right, then it's your step. You have to take the next step. I already opened the door for you. You got to take
Yeah.
the next step, and I'll see you on the 8th.
I see you on the 8th, my brother. I appreciate the conversation, man. I enjoyed it.
Much love. Peace in the land. It's truly wonderful. Divine love. Peace.
Peace.
All right, about to get out of here. What y'all want? What y'all looking at me for? How would one get back into SBI? You got to hit up Samurai Black. Samurai, hit him up. Because if you got put out of SBI, we ain't gonna talk too much about it. But you might have been inactive. You know what I'm saying? You got to show up for yourself. We ain't want just it's an energy thing, emotional atmosphere. We don't want people just sitting there. There's a lot of people that were just there. Got to show up for yourself. Got to be active. You don't got to give money. When we come together and put money together, that's SBI. You're not required to do that though, and we ain't gonna side eye you if you're not. But you got to show up for yourself. You see the brothers doing what they got to do. You got to. You can't, man. Nigga, this is not a game. This is real. I see a lot of people asking what SBI is. So, all right, I'll do this for y'all. Y'all niggas ain't getting it for free though. I love you, but I only did that for broke because we had that whole conversation. Everybody who asking what SBI is, I'm gonna do this for you. Any brother, men only, and yes, you have to show a picture as soon as you come in. It don't matter because you ain't gonna just be able to just be a female anyway because we're gonna be meeting and doing things and handling business. It'll be the brothers you see in black. It's not FBI, it's SBI. Supreme Being Initiates. Hold on. I'm gonna show y'all how to get in. But just because we on this live talking about it, I ain't even know this will come up. All right. What I said to the brothers, I think the brothers might have came in for $50. This was however long ago. It might have been a year ago, however long. Let me see what I'm gonna tell y'all. What I need to tell them, y'all. 50 or what? Y'all, somebody, one of the SBI brothers say what they need. It ain't gonna be more than 50 though. Y'all ain't gonna do that to them. What it need to be. I know it was 50, what it need to be. Cause I'll let y'all join right now, but you gotta be on point. All right. So the SBI brothers came in for 50. That's why they saying 50. All right. Yeah, send $50 to that Through the Sun cash out. And that number, you screenshot this. 678-826-7858. Text the receipt to that number. And I'll add you right in. And you'll be locked in. I cannot talk about what SBI does. I can't say what, you know what I'm saying, what we working on. I can tell you this. Everybody who joined SBI and they apply it themselves, they're not the same. I can bear witness to that. And that's including myself, who's director over it. I'm not the same. Because what you have to do, even on a daily basis, is like, because you always got that in the back of your mind, even if you don't follow through for that day, the next day is like, you know what you're charged with. You're constantly reforming and transforming. This is real life. I ain't gonna oversell this shit. If you feel led, do it. If not, it don't matter. But it is real. I do take time to talk and deal with people. We operate as a brotherhood, all of that. We get things done. And when we link up, we all move as security. So if you got firearms legally, all of that, we could talk about that. You know what I'm saying? Because people move on as the perimeter and they secure things, and they got camp coming up too. So Malik, if you coming down on the 8th, if you want to stay till the 10th and leave out on the 10th, and you want to stay for camp, if you still in here, let the brother Rod know. That was Mood Daily. He gonna reach out to you. Let him know. Rod, make sure you don't forget the brother, because that'd be crazy. We done did all this whole conversation, and he not able to move forward. Make sure you don't forget him. Make sure you go get him the information, get him the link. But we got camp coming up, all of that. You know what I mean? Those are the brothers who y'all be seeing in the images. Let me see if I can get the images for y'all. The brothers who you see in the images, that's SBI. Ain't no right here. Hold on. They ain't even everybody. But the brothers are serious. I'm telling you that. Real deal. Talk what happened, Rod. Talk what happened. Yeah, SBI is the real deal. And we won't even be out public talking about this shit. We just be making shit move. Anytime I do interviews, they pull up. We be deep. You know what I'm saying? It's a real thing. And everybody in shape, everybody on go, reading up on the information, and we're going to keep moving. I'm telling them, stay together. Don't ever lose the brotherhood aspect. They don't need somebody that got their brain on tight out here. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it ain't race specific either. Let me tell you that. A lot of people be thinking that. You don't have to be black if that's the word you want to use. You don't got to do that. You can be whoever you. This nigga's 45, 20, I think his brother 18. You know what I'm saying? So, just show up for yourself. And you're going to have a brotherhood, and you're going to be a part of something great. All right? So you get to see the inside. All right, that's good. Everybody got that? If you want to join SBI, the brothers who you be seeing in black who be around us, you see 1440 Ty, he SBI too. So if you want to be around, then send $50 through the sun and text your receipt to that number right there, 678-826-7858. It's a one-time fee. If you don't ever send no money after that, you can still be a part of SBI. Because sometimes we put money together to get stuff done. But it's a one-time thing. I used to do it monthly. But y'all came in when it's a one-time thing. All right. All right. That was a great talk. I got some more music. Yes, I need to record something. Yeah. I don't think you bite. You ain't got Apple Pay. I do got Apple Pay. That same number. Send it to that same number. Screenshot that number, 678-826-7858. Send it to that number. All right, that way I'll have your number. But after that, I'm going to send you a link. The link is going to be to the SBI headquarters, the Telegram chat. That way you can have all the information of what's going on and all of that. All right? Cool. And we'll see you from there. But be ready, though, because I ain't saying it's the Marines, but it ain't no hoe. Be ready. I don't think you bite. You might just nibble a little bit of the way you fucked up that vegan chicken sandwich. You comfortable in your skin, I like it, I love it. Go deeper. I wanna see what you think. Show me your heart. Show me, show me, show me, show me. You listen and we don't judge. Are you ready for love? I am too. I am too. I don't think you bite. You might be safe. Niggas don't pursue these times these days. But I think you don't have BJ's. If the you is, I can assure you. If I'm fighting for you. I ain't approach you cause I was nervous. Swear to God it was not your perfume. Cause actually like your perfume. When you walk by, I started sweating and regretting my forgetting. Oh my God, here she comes. Think I should get her number. Should I ask if she's into Hummers? Then she broke the ice, put them golden eyes, and I don't bite. To which I reply, I don't think you bite. I don't think you bite. Hey yo, Moody, it's both. Moo Credit. I will lock up what you wanted. Hey, get what? Moo Credit, you don't gotta pay. Just text that number. I think I was locked up with you. If I was locked, if they want, cause it's so crazy. The nigga thought I probably wasn't finna. I told him write the Instagram down. Cause we was speaking when I was locked up. I don't remember where I was at. It might have been East Point. If it was East Point, I know it wasn't Click or I was locked. It might have been East Point. If this Moo Credit who I was locked up with, you don't gotta pay. I think they don't. Cause your ass might have cussed that nigga ass out. Then you cuss that I think you might have cussed that officer out. Some cracker that whoop whoop. I was like, damn. Yeah, it got to be. Yeah, you good. You don't gotta pay shit. Jack, I remember, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You just test me. But nah, it's in person and it's online. I don't think you bite. I don't think you bite.
Yeah. For it is that time of year.
For the renewal of your history.
Never on my level, not too deep enough to be from the devil. I have D-Hicks floating on through the vessels, whatever you listen to the test. Don't care how long you've been doing it, bring your best. Doesn't look your lies me out of the one true double-edged sword on my tongue when I'm in the room. Unlocking my thoughts, letting my words run loose. Christopher Columbus believed the world is flat, and everything is unbelievable. They said this coming back, but can't accept the fact that he was born black. Afro like a lamb's wool, picking it with a stab. Skin so dark, comparing it to burnt brass with a very white voice like the sound of many waters. Things getting shorter, mama hugs getting warmer. She said, be careful, son, cause the beasts know where you come from. The good guys always find me my summer in the beginning of the skies. And let's test that we must pass the book of paradise in easy. But that's the only way we can truly be free. Truly be free, truly be free. Everything is so fine, run your depth up and blind, but you running out of time. Pay attention to the sign, if you think it's okay, we can do it every day. So many short line, earthquakes, splash flood, but that's only half of what's going on. Take a little deep and you'll see how strong the devil really is. On this planet Earth, against the 144K since their birth. God is eating, cause he knows what children's of Adam and Eve. You can have anything, be what you want to be, as long as your eyes closed and the truth you don't see. The good guys always find my summer in the beginning of the skies. Let's test that we must pass the book of paradise in easy. But that's the only way we can truly be free. 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 Good guys, go to war with good guys and hope God is with them. Strategically put guys in places that I hope allow me in the mountain fighting demons and jinns. You say they all we got, but we gotta hold strong and truth is wrong with you. We always kept reform to you. That is true purity. We need to keep it one way someday. If we return to take the front stage with gun blades, many will perish. We can swing the line, but we gotta hold on to the many we cherish. Take what we learn, use it. Remember who we are. We are guys. fear no one but the most high. 16, as long as we keep on our line, we gotta tap into the strength of the gods within. The gods within, the good guys always win. You heard? The good guys always win. The good guys always win. You might suffer in the beginning of the skies. Let's just that he was past the hope of paradise. But it's the only way we can truly be free. Truly be free. Truly be free. Where you going with my time? Put my shit back. Paparazzi popping out, no good side to catch this time. If you want me on that platter, get your ass in line. What you know about the captions of a mastermind? On my merry way, seen it fraction, they took half of mine. Bitches in the comments on my story, trying to antagonize. I apologize, I don't got real estate on Clubhouse. Pussy nigga talking to the hand, call that mush mouth. Nigga feel some type of way, probably why they type away. Told them it was all in the plan, back in tidal way. If I fake my death and let my fans say goodbye to me, then why the fuck is y'all mad? Like my life ain't mine to lay down. How do they sound? A lot of ways. Crazy be the first one. No one made it out. They ain't on phase to be the first one. Showing their true color. Now they play, he reversed them. No one made it out. They ain't on phase to be the ooh. Oh, and a couple of y'all rappers on me feature still. I fuck what you play me, but I'll eat you still. Clicking up with nobody, my mouse broke. Paint an ugly picture of a nigga like Picasso. Killer run off with a nigga image like Picasso. 20 versus 1 won't be no date if you waiting on me to pop hole. Guess I missed the call if you bitches calling shots though. Niggas be my spies looking for me, yeah I go. They look every direction for me except for out though. But I got eyes on the other side of the house though. Okay, 12 used to look so big when we were little kids. Now we know them niggas got wigs that can be split too. Going down for shit we ain't did, that be the issue. Shirt full of bitches clocking in, cause they great dude. Blind nigga told on your ass, that's why they paid you. Like, damn nigga, don't you know the system is against you too? So they squeeze it to avoid right street. No one sees you to the Lord smite thee. And you on a white tee. All these teenagers and boys pipe dreams ain't as real as it seems. By any means, just enjoy life, please. Cause tomorrow it's a nigga seeing blue lights in the yard, screaming fuck 12. He done took enough L's, put it up to a temple, then he bust shell, dropping in slow motion, open fire, while they shooting at a dead body on the other side. But he house those, preacher trying to tell us it's a God looking out for us. All he do is stand up there and shout for us. That the type of shit that make me pop more. Married to the mission, should I file for divorce? Voice worse, cause I had to scream too loud to ignore it. And you ain't heard no shit as real as this, but you gon' flex, huh? Married to the gay like who on next, huh? Boot on next, huh? You on rest, huh? Damn right, you ain't gon' try no, you gon' do your best, huh? Damn right. Came up, pull up in the mask, finna get rid of you niggas, and then nothing like the last nigga who did it. I'm up in the industry and blasting in the critics, and then you nigga want a nigga down, nigga, we get it for real. Nigga tryna rap, we was spitting for real. You pull up with a bad, but you forgetting the skill. How you gon' down me to death? Nigga better ask for rap, okay. On my red dead like Carter, nigga like dreadhead here, problem. Heard a little nigga thinking he a villain. I don't need take man without power. Popping like a red pill, nigga tryna bring him back like he was dead still. Ultimately running your industry like a treadmill. Okay, on my way. I just Atlanta ain't none of these niggas responding. I'm feeling like him. I did the challenge and none of you niggas ain't wanted. Y'all hitting the gym. I just came back like a boost. I hit the track that's abusive. The trap with the bat that I loose. Why me and tell like I'm Bruce Lee? You an old dog, I'm a new breed. Brand new shit, no root. Please shout out on my true G's. Mason and Shrine. Black and white like a checkerboard. I'm going top 5 next year. Breaking in record stores and I'm breaking yours. You know what it is. Girl, you know what it is. You know what it ain't. Yeah. 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 Even I'm like, yeah, yeah, yeah. race and they disable my account. Well, maybe if I go back and say the blacks are racist. doing stupid ass shit. Stop playing. I was raised by my motherfucking mama. I'm not no fucking fool. Hey man, you don't see me talking. Get the fuck off me. I thought you go ahead and walk to jail at the motherfucking house then. You do that. Maybe I will. I guess it's real to the old times, huh? You know, lately I ain't really been stopping for realize none of that shit, you know what I'm saying? Just in thought, you know, it's a beautiful thing being able to process and go through this place, you know? I don't really realize what's up lately. Do you want to realize your G? I'm feeling farewell to the old times. Still on my mind, say so what you really mean. Really mean. My niggas gon' say that I'm crazy for walking away. They didn't see how you stood on my own. They should know I don't play by my shit. Look what you did. I stuck on this shit like some motherfucking teeth. I can't stay in my feelings, but fuck it, it is what it is. Nobody doing the shit that you did for me. We go back in this shit, we got history. Hey, they like push us, they back on us. Didn't tell nobody where you knew what I'm on. Even though you felt like you was scared for me. Didn't know about your fault. I should be wishing that you would just call. For what you did is you breaking me off. Cause I know where you stay. From my place. Shawty, you want to sweep my way. I really don't know what I'm gonna do without you. I just hop in the ride. Not with these vibes. Look at me, Charlie, they probably lie. Realize what's up lately. Do you really want to see your G? I'm screaming farewell to the old times. Still on my mind. Say so what you really mean. Really mean. I really realize what's up lately. Do you really want to see your G? I'm screaming farewell to the old times. Still on my mind. Say so what you really mean. Really mean. Make it up, fucking like it's mandatory basic. Fuck the love, fuck the cameras, so we never gave a fuck. What niggas can barely be sell, trapped in this living hell. But see, my mama raised me well, don't let these motherfuckers keep me stuck. Now do you feel me? Give me love, they gon' have to kill me. Pop, 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 4-5, and it's all black. Street justice is what you call it. It wasn't violent to the niggas, fuck that. Fuck, and now they holler peace. Nigga, fuck the police, real motherfucking G. You want a gang? Niggas is tired of dying in vain. Did you wanna see a praise or a change? These kids, that's the what we did. Trying to survive in this world for the beats. Tell me what it is. That's the what we did. Trying to survive in this world for the beats. Tell me what it is. That's the what we did. Trying to survive in this world for the beats. Tell me what it is. That's the what we did. Trying to survive in this world for the beats. Now do they wonder why niggas keep a thunder? Not to bust a time and try to keep from going under to I'm a thug. Look me in my eyes, I'm a grown man. And I'm a God can judge. I'm my own man. We was on the block all night. Nigga, we ride and we lose. All our life we was 2 part of fucking fire. We was kids. We grew up in the cases. See, America was born with the races. And it blew up in their faces. Chat. Motherfuckers never loved us. Niggas a camera. We motherfucking tripping. Pour out a little liquor for the niggas we love. So send a prayer for me. Dear God, if I ride, will you stand for me? Will you forgive for protecting my own cops? And they another motherfucker of mine. Finna die without these police spots. You was kids, but you did get it like that. Now we don't know how to fight back. These kids, that's the one that is trying to survive in this world for the fear. Tell me what it is. What we did, trying to survive in this world for the fear. Tell me what it is. What we did. niggas pull up in the beats. Tell me what it is. Never seen the broken kids. Know what my niggas pull up in the beats. Tell me what it is. One to the top, how long is this motherfucker? I don't know why you surprised on the next one. I don't know why you surprised on page one in the booth. It's not no average shit, but I do subscribe though to the lingo with the hoops and high notes. It's fun. I'm coming from Atlanta, but a nigga better move, cause I don't check the timeline before I waste my time on ATL outside in the mix and outro. Not gonna wait on no QC to introduce me. Think I'm waiting on Gucci now, bro. Fuck that shit up in the sky myself, and you can sign those Fujianos. There ain't no harder nigga that you could find on tearing apart a nigga that shoots to. Mine goes buried in the body, give him a deuce goodbye. I'm started from the bottom, but you never see the roof. It's idle. I'm sorta popping now. I get on my roof and I flow over the niggas. I gotta prove the sky's no limit to a nigga that'll shoot that guy on. Go beast on beast, man. They never wanna use his vibe on. Who's the album? You don't even want smoke with a nigga. He used to try to damn nigga who was that. Don't give a fuck when he say on the track. Taking the fans, they playing the back. Plus all the shit he said, stats. Fucking the fans, straight from the back. I ran this shit to the bank. I rap, dunk, pull back up in the black. Jump off in the bitch, don't play, get a catch up. Me and my dog took off, better catch up. Yeah. They chop on bar back. Tell the nigga don't start that. I got 2 million hard head. I'm the reason why I bark at. You want no fish, I shark that. Nigga wear straight like car crash, vroom, vroom. I get a bag and I zoom. Not for beginners, a nigga beginning to pop with spinach and pop with sinners and white supremacists, lobbyists, sinners, Tupac with a cynic, but the good popular, and it's the obvious pocket, off a nigga to not be offended. God love nigga, nigga copy and give it like God forbid it, but the opposite, and he got it from Kemet. RPG prophecy, possibly, we got it from Libya. The nigga they want more, Mike and Dobby, get a finish, your witness. Look the tank, pull a hoop, the tank, a hoop, the sustainer, but I came with a loop, and the chain, and the super man, the super, they came up with a bit of a loop, the two sopranos, tango, loops and jangles, change the music to the tango. I don't get a tango, I'm screaming out super tango, even if I choose to make with this shit, ain't no proof. Ain't nobody finna do this, ain't go back and forth with Judas, usually I don't do this. Losing my cool and moving the roof, ain't a single solitary instance. To make it into me, but mentally, meant to be into the fix of the industry, but meant to be B-O-W, B-O-W-E, but beat your focus plan is my way on the highway, but you stay with me. But nigga, you been it up, we picking it up, we been in the nigga like oil, terminating all sorts of niggas, ballers in my court, 208 and talk sports with niggas walk across the water, take a stick. I support the Lakers, bum, 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 bum. About the bar the place, bum, 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 bum. I got a solid traits, bum, 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 bum. I choose water over fire, but still I'm in hell. I snatched a pistol from the shooter, I kill him myself. Big fish, small sea, I ain't feeling too well. Superhero can't do shit when the villains rebel. I had to think about that shit while I'm sitting in the cell. They treat us like we lost monkeys, gorillas who fell. Banana clips exposed to hate, I'm just peeling the veil. Innocent niggas in the ring, they won't give them no bail. And for the first time, I felt how the prisoners felt. Make sure you answer when they call, man, that shit really helps. It just remind them that they're human and living for real. Not just no number in this system, we victims as well. America laid on that check, we ain't getting any mail. And for the ones who really with it, just pick up the pills. Meet me at the top of the hill with a wish good as well. Cause they don't wanna give us chat, they want niggas in jail. Yeah, and you know that we tired of this shit. Clips about people getting killed, going viral and shit. The whole planet going to hell and it's spiraling quick. So please tell me how to help what you got on your wrist. And please tell me what your Rari gonna do for the cause. And how ironic that you trading your news for a cross. How you put on for that people but shooting at y'all. No, I don't want no foreign girl, I want roots on me. I'm a skin goddess with a flow and a smile. You are beautiful, we know you ain't been told in a while. And that is not no disrespect to other women abroad. But they show love to others and our women get no regard. And I'm sorry, y'all really gotta live through that shit. The whole Kardashian shit sucks and bigger the lips. Time to let these ladies know that we support and love them.